Yo.
Yo, what up, what up? Let's get it, dude.
It's the late,
The motherfucking after
it's the
party.
late show.
It's the late show, bro.
Yo, let's get
The
jukebox up
late
here,
show,
too.
bro. Why are you gonna come on stage and just get sauced up like that, dude?
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
How you gonna let that happen, dude? He came up in there talking crazy on stage about, NHL, and you just got sauced
buddy,
up and
I,
said
I just I
he
just had to
flipped
throw some
you.
elbows.
Buddy,
I was feeling pressured.
buddy. Bro, you got the people's elbow, and I let you have it. I said, is your doctor calling about back surgery, bro?
Oh, man.
Son, we're gonna stream
Yeah,
this, man.
man, after we play Chell, you're going to have to get your jock strap down from the rafters. I'm like, sorry, dude, but...
Dude, they're gonna be hanging my jersey from the rafters.
Oh, man.
And the stadium's gonna be called the Moon Man Experience.
No.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're hanging my jersey in my rafters.
Come on.
Anyways, who do you play as, man? Who do you play
Ottawa
as?
Senators.
Who do you
Worst
rock
team in the
with?
league. I just light everyone up.
Ah, man. I could probably do you with Ovi and the Capitals.
Yeah, you would light me up with Ovi in the Capitals because you're Ovi in the Capitals.
All right, I could do you one with like Edmonton.
Yeah, no, we gotta get some more people up here.
Oh, we got a couple of them coming in. Whoever we got, Karush, what up, homie? It's the after party.
Come on, Karush.
Who else we got? Come on. This is the after party. Anybody can come up in here. Come on, Archetype, come up here and talk about your NFTs. Come on, raise your hand. She's got he or she.
Yeah, no one told me we have an after party. Come on.
Yeah, we just made it up. We were having too much fun.
Yeah, you got to be in the know to know.
Yeah, I'm being bombarded by text messages and Twitter, so I'm trying to get the wallets from the winners so we can send the NFTs.
Yeah, is everyone just sending you their wallet, being like, "Yeah, it's."
You're good.
Yeah, well, Donnie here is the specialist, but I'm trying to make sure people have a safe wallet and it's not connected to any malicious websites first. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And no, it'll be nice. Hopefully, they can get like the thing that would be worried if I was you. People making accounts that look like the other accounts to get the 50K.
Yeah, that's why during the space I just texted every winner, so make sure that no one's gonna jump on me.
Yeah, that's how it be sometimes. So Moonman, how things been, buddy?
Everything's feeling good, man. Popping off with these Twitter spaces, connecting with the people. I'm loving their energy. I enjoy talking to everybody, man. These spaces are really where it's at. Got
these are wild.
The Moon Man experience stuff coming. Yeah, go ahead.
Man, that Moon Man ASMR on YouTube is the best things I've ever seen in my entire life.
The Moon Man what?
ASMR.
ASMR. Tell me about it.
You know what, man? I think that one went over your head.
Bro, listen. I already got you on the biggest platform. You can't come in here to the after party. It's like, you know what I mean? You can't come with the over the head fucking an hour later. Like, come on now, son.
It's the euphoric experience that you provide on the YouTube social network is what I'm talking about, buddy.
Okay, yeah. I like that. Yeah, I'll take the compliment. This is good.
Karush, how have things been with you too?
Yeah, come again.
How have things been with you? I haven't. You've been supporting me on all kinds of different fronts recently. I'm loving it.
Sure. And I'm so sorry I couldn't do more, bro. But I just for your information, I'm just looking into that brand book stuff. So I'm gonna find someone like that can handle that.
Yeah, no, that would be awesome. Let's get Don Kane up here though. Has he requested yet?
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
Oh yeah, brought him up here.
How's everyone doing?
What's up, Don?
Oh, just chilling.
Same old. After party.
Holiday
baby.
season.
Yeah, it'd be like that for sure. How are the bank accounts? It's all of our money's tied up in cryptos, and we have to buy gifts for everyone. It's really tough, eh?
Yeah, I got a bunch of money in JPEGs. That's what
I'm gonna send my girl a few X5s for Christmas. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah. Christmas all around in my family, I'm sending them JPEGs. They may not understand now, they may think, "Oh, this is a worthless gift." But trust me, I'm gonna send them some good ones. So they're gonna end up 2-3 years down the road.
Little do they know.
Yeah,
little do they
they're
know
gonna
it.
be like, "This is the best Christmas present I ever got. Thank you."
That's funny. That's really funny. And it's crazy world we live in right now. Eh? It's that I just can't believe that we're able to kind of build in this space, the edge of innovation. Having a blast at Final Frontier. I'm having a blast at Jackal right now too. We're just all fronts while we still can.
Yeah, these are amazing times that we're living in. The fact that we can give back to people, the fact that we can interact with people, and it's funny because like, and I do this from time to time. Like, I was just talking to my girl. I don't know what made me do it. Oh, we were watching Christmas Vacation today. Okay,
Good play.
so yeah, it is, dude. When he's up in the attic and he's playing those old films back, right? And they've got the he's got the old films, and it's like, how that film is. It's crazy looking, right? And I was like, bro, you know how crazy it is that we live in this world that like you can just capture what the hell's going on inside of a camera, and back then that was like our first go at cameras. Obviously, you had the 1930s. If you get into conspiracies, maybe 1890, but like it's just you like that. It's just crazy that you can just capture, obviously there's technology behind it. There's extremely smart, intelligent people, and there's things that go into it that allow you to see and capture a moment through a camera. But it's like when you look at it from not that perspective, the shit is magic. It's like you could just talk to somebody across the world, what we're doing right now, and you can film and you can send videos and text all through the air and Wi-Fi. It's just shit's magic, man. It's really magic.
Let's man,
It's so crazy.
Talking about just the infrastructure, just blockchain in general. But have you looked into the secret network yet? I sent it your way a while ago, probably last time me and Don were talking.
Secret network?
Man, I got to put you on this.
I think you sent it to me, but maybe you did, maybe you didn't.
Come on, you don't know secret network?
Yo, okay.
Jesus.
Oh shit, I need to be in this, y'all?
Yeah, that's the next big thing.
Man, okay, so hear me out
for
a second.
Let's go into the after party, baby.
Hear me out for a second. Okay, so essentially imagine we have NFTs, but we can actually choose what portion of the NFT is visible to the public.
A little bit of Halo, let's go.
So there's a full permission system where, like, if you don't want your NFT to be seen by anyone, it doesn't have to be.
Ooh.
So
that's dirty. I like it.
When people are trolling you and just right-click saving, you can't. That's the it'll protect you from that. That's the
so people can't. So you're saying they can't save it? How it says save or copy image? They can't do that on these. It stops that from happening.
No. So essentially, what they're able to do is they're able to create kind of like they shield the transactions. They can actually shield the metadata. They shield a lot of things associated with the NFT. And what we're doing over with Jackal is we're actually providing hot storage as well, where we can use Filecoin and provide decentralized hot storage, which is wild.
Okay.
So essentially, your NFT can be in a wallet where only you can see it with your private keys, and its wallet's still in the blockchain.
Beautiful.
It's wild.
I like that a lot. It's really neat. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to look into that. Definitely DM me that, and I'll take a look into it. I'm all about that action.
No, it's huge. It's huge for sure. Don, did you end up looking into the casinos that we were talking about last time?
You said casinos?
Remember we were talking about the yieldless casinos?
Edgeless.
Yeah, the Edgeless.
Edgeless. Yeah. You had sent that one to me. Yeah.
Man, it's just so crazy what we're able to build in this space.
Yeah, I didn't get to audit that one. I didn't get a chance to audit that one, but
yeah, go take a look at those. It's just hilarious that they can build them.
Anyone amazing. Anybody? Yes and no. I love football. I love sports, but I don't really watch them anymore. But yeah, what you got on football? Anybody from the audience want to come up and speak? Go ahead and chill your stuff right now. You got a little bit of a platform. Feel free to come up if you want to. But yeah, no, let's talk about the football. What we got going on?
I'm a big football guy. I just been watching. I'm a big Raiders fan. We just got
NFL?
blown out today by KC.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
NFL.
NFL. Yeah.
Nasty. That was nasty.
No, the CFL.
The
You know what I
CFL,
mean? It
the
ain't
Hamilton
happening.
Ticats. They're
Oh shit!
man,
Let's go.
that's the. It'd be different up here though. We have our rules suck. Man, actually, listen to this. When I was playing high school football in Canada, we lost our
Yeah.
city championships by a rouge. And what a rouge is if you kick the ball at the back of the end zone, you get 1 point. How dumb of a rule is that?
Whoa! So if you kick it, explain it again.
If you kick the ball and it goes out the back of the end zone, you get 1 point.
If you kick the ball and it goes out the back of the end zone,
It doesn't even have to go through the uprights.
really?
You get 1 point. So that's how I lost my high school ball.
That's horseshit.
I know, worst rule of all time.
It's almost
That's
as bad as
terrible.
putting mayonnaise on fries.
Oh, that's
Man,
disgusting.
have you had poutine yet though?
Oh, y'all do gravy. Mayonnaise is the UK, right?
I think so. I think that's a thing over there for sure.
What-
We also
what
have
do y'all do,
Quebecers.
brown
They like
gravy?
mayonnaise.
Is it brown gravy? Is that what poutine is?
Yeah, it's just gravy. It's gravy. You got to get the cheese curds from St. Albert's.
Mm.
No, you're not.
Yeah, see, that's good though. Gravy and cheese and like that.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, I can mess around with that.
Yeah, if you're doing mayonnaise, get the fuck out of the
That's
building.
what I'm saying. No,
Out
I
of
was
here.
I was
Right
talking I was talking to this girl from the UK the other day, and I asked her if she knew what ranch was, and she was like, "No, I don't even know what that is," because they put mayonnaise on fries. I'm like, I'll put ranch on fries. I'll dip my fries in ranch because ranch is delicious, but mayonnaise, that's
Yeah, like fully loaded fries. You got the ranch, you got the bacon bits, you got the cheese, you got
Mm.
the cilantro, you
how
got
you
the
talking?
little onion cuts, you got some ranch. Like that's cool.
Americans love their ranch, dude.
Yeah.
Put ranch
But
on everything.
don't bring mayo around my situation. Like it's
What's
it's a hard
funny
one.
is ranch is 99% mayonnaise.
Thanks. All right, cool.
Did you know
Classic
that?
moment. Ruin my ranch. Keep it
Yeah,
moving, partner.
ranch is mayonnaise with
Jesus.
ranch seasoning or whatever.
It's just spicy mayonnaise.
Yeah, seriously.
Not happy about that.
Yo,
But you know what's crazy though? Like if you guys have a Red Robin around your area.
you think
You
I have
know
a
what
Red
Robins
Robin?
are?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, that campfire sauce that they got, like that's
Oh,
mayonnaise and stuff like
yes.
that.
Yes.
There's a lot of things lately that there's a lot of sauces nowadays that I do eat that actually basically are, like you said, 90% mayonnaise. So
Oh,
I'd be dissing mayonnaise all the time, but I'm not gonna eat it flat out by itself. But yeah,
mayonnaise
no,
is
there's a lot. Yeah.
it's a good base, right? And pretty much every single aioli, almost every single thick sauce is mayonnaise based. That's the base of
Yeah,
it.
mayonnaise is based for a lot. Yep.
Yo,
Totally
what
agree.
NFT projects you guys looking at right now? I think I'm gonna
Shit,
sell
the
out
Moon
a
Man.
few of them.
The Moon Man
I got
NFTs, those are
rugged
decent.
recently.
What do you
I
got?
got rugged recently.
Oh
Let's hear
no,
it.
that's tough.
Yeah, I got rugged bad.
Hear it. Let's hear it.
I don't want to say the number amount because it'll make me cry on air.
No, drop
On
it, dude.
NFTs?
Drop it.
Yeah, so this project that I had gotten into, I'll tell you a percentage. It was probably like 2 to 3% of my overall portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
And I had bought a bunch of them, and because I loved the art, and it
Was
was
it
called,
JPEG? Yeah, okay, it was JPEG.
yeah, it was JPEG. They had a roadmap for airdrops and like a breeding protocol or whatever, but I don't know. I guess like hindsight, I probably should have done a lot more research. But it was called Civilians NFT, and that one's it's just gone. All the accounts are deleted, Discord deleted, Twitter deleted. So.
Oh man, yeah, man. I've come to a point where I'm not investing unless they dox themselves. I don't know why. I've
Totally
just come
agree.
to this.
Yeah,
I've
right
come
there.
to this decision. If they don't, well, actually, do you remember the what was it? The Squid Games. Was it Squid,
Yeah.
Squid Games? They all had
Squid Games token.
Yeah, but man, people thought that they doxed themselves, but they had their faces were generated using AI.
No.
Yeah, are you in front of a computer right now?
Yeah, I am.
Type thisfacedoesnotexist.com. It's essentially
Oh
just
yeah. I know what that is.
yeah, it just AI generates faces, and then they made their whole team with that.
Wow.
It's wild. It's just
Wow.
wild.
Damn.
Yeah, you got to be
What
careful, man.
that's some tricky
You
bastards.
got to be careful.
What ecosystem was it in?
Oh, are you talking to me?
Yeah, done.
Oh, civilians NFT was on Solana.
Oh, okay, true.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
man.
got to figure out. I bought the Soul Whales. I got in on those a while
Oh,
ago,
is it
and
the 3D whales?
yeah, I think I'm just gonna.
Oh
They just kind of been sideways this whole time. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I'm thinking about selling and just having my Solana because I like it.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing really is the community incentives. Like what is the project offering you apart from the art, right? Because there's so many. Like I think like that's how you keep people holding, right? Like if
Yeah, no,
not,
I hear
because
you.
people want to flip. They want
You
they
got
want to
like
quick flip.
Solana Ghost is something that Don
Ooh,
Kane posted.
Solar
He
Ghost?
grabbed like Solar Ghost
Yeah, Solar
was something
Ghost.
he grabbed like 4 of them, and I was like, for $20, I was like, let me go check this
Yeah,
out real quick. I hit him up. He was like, yeah, $20 or whatever, and then I bought mine. You know what I mean? We posted our little things. They retweeted them, and we're sitting on some Solar Ghost.
yeah,
That's a pretty
yeah.
cool little
You've been
project.
getting
Maybe that goes somewhere.
you've been getting your boo tokens.
Where do I claim them?
Do you still have them? Do you still have the Solar
I
Ghost?
still got the Solo
They're,
Ghost. Yeah.
you got airdrop boo tokens. They're
Really?
creating
To
yeah they're
my account,
yeah to your
to the
is
wallet?
it is your Phantom
Yeah.
wallet?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool. Yeah, I
they're
have to check that
actually
out.
creating a metaverse. They're calling it like Meta Cemetery or something like that. And that's why I was
Yep.
so interested. Right? It was like $20 a mint. It was like 0.08 Sol or something ridiculous. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to support a little metaverse project. And I think it's like it's a small community, but it's a strong community. I think so.
Yeah.
That's great,
Yeah,
man.
I'm looking to see where they go for sure.
Yeah.
Especially where are those boo tokens? What are the price? What's the price action on those?
I'm
Where
not.
they sitting at?
I don't know if they've listed them on Dexes yet. I think they're waiting.
Okay.
I think the creators. He's building out the Metaverse Cemetery or whatever, where you can stake your Solar Ghost, and
Right.
yeah, I think you can earn boo or something like that.
Okay. That's not bad. Cool. That'd be dope to get the founders of that that little group up here talking about them. That'd be fire.
Oh yeah.
Let's see if we can make that happen. Let's just shoot a DM to one of them.
I'm pretty sure the Solar Ghost founder. I believe he's somewhere either in Europe, Middle East, or Asia. Because every single time, like I've just seen his sleep schedule is much different than mine. So I'm in the U.S. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
Man, did you guys
Send them
hear
an
about?
invite through DM. We'll see what happens. But anyways, yeah, go on. Sorry.
Did you guys hear about these Quentin Tarantino NFTs?
No, let's hear it.
I heard that he was
Sounds
doing
fire.
What is it? Something about Pulp Fiction or something?
Yeah, so he's in a lawsuit with the producer of Pulp Fiction, but he's giving away his handwritten notes to alternative endings on the Secret Network.
Oh dang!
Yeah, and
What is it? Just notes? I thought I heard somewhat like he was like there was actual film that he was releasing, or is it? It's just notes.
it's handwritten source documents, so it's like the original screenplay.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be interesting how that plays out, but it's actually like I'm really bullish about the new marketplace they have over there. It's called Stash.
Where can I find these some information on that? Tag it up top the Quentin Tarantino thing because that's super fire, dude.
Yeah,
Whatever that artwork ends up being is going to be really really dope looking, probably.
How do I put this up top? There we go.
Yeah, you hit that little underline button, like that little U button with the line in the middle. Hit that, then it says share to 2 spaces.
All right, I'm gonna figure this out.
It's the little I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, but just so you have like the little bubble for comments, retweet, like, and then that next button, which gives you like that little under U with the arrow going up. Hit that, then it says post at the top. But you have to make it a post on your Twitter page.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to make it a post, and then you can share that post to the top. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Quentin Tarantino is sick. I'm a big fan of his films. He's just edgy. Um, but he probably wouldn't like the word edgy, but um, yeah, he did a really good interview with Joe Rogan not that long ago. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
like
I've
Did
seen
he?
two,
that.
3 hours. Yeah, it was good.
I'm gonna try this out. I don't think it worked.
Moon
Yeah, it's
Man.
yeah.
Moon
Go
Man,
ahead.
you a big Joe Rogan fan?
Yeah, I listen to Rogan all the time.
Yeah.
Obviously because it's nice with his podcast. Some podcasts don't do this. Some podcasts don't put the title. They don't put who they're talking to in the title, so it's like it's hard to gauge what the hell the podcast is going to be about. But he does it the nice way, where he'll actually put the person's name, and then right under that, while you're scrolling through all of them, it'll give a short description. You know what I mean? So you can just scroll through the names, see the description underneath it. But I'd say one out of every 7 to 8 people that he has on, I listen to. You know what I mean? Because I'm not interested in everybody's, everybody, but I'd say a lot of them I do listen to. Now, there's a
Yeah,
lot more in the
he's
past
got
that
a
I've listened to.
lot of like so much breadth with the the different kinds of people that he has on the show, right? Like he's had Elon Musk, he's had Snoop
Yeah,
Dogg, he's had I mean there's just so many different kinds of people that he's had on.
yeah. I mean, I think his podcast. We obviously know it's a top podcast, but I think it gets like 50 million listens each episode. You know what I mean?
That's
Like just bare
crazy.
minimum.
Just
You know what I
wild.
mean? Like bare minimum. Like that's
It's just wild.
that's
Man,
nuts. You know what I mean?
I listened
Just to
to
be pumping out numbers like that.
I listened to a lot of them. I found a really good news, kind of like all the news up here is like pretty much just the news from the States. Um,
Hmm.
but there's a really good group that put together Unreal Podcast. I'm gonna pull them up right now.
I
That is
like
just
that
like
name too. Unreal Podcast.
center news. It's just you wake up every morning, you can actually just listen to news that's not bullshit.
Right.
Breaking points. That's the name of that shit.
Let me see if I can share this. Yeah, let me share
You
it
know
when
what? You know
when we're
what's so
actually live.
crazy? I have this. I mean, I've had a Twitter account since probably 2010, 2011,
Hmm.
and literally 90% of that time, Twitter has just been either A, politics, or B, celebrities flexing how rich they are. And ever since I got into crypto, all I follow is crypto accounts, and so I never see any politics anymore.
That's so
People have to
sick.
tell me what's going. People have to tell me what's going on in the world because all I see is NFT and crypto projects. That's it.
Do you see something wild that happened? So Twitter switched their CEO. This is some like intel stuff. Um, and as soon as they switched the CEO, there's some pretty weird things that have happened. The Nancy Pelosi trade tracker, like
Yep.
that one got
Yep.
nuked instantly after that happened.
The Epstein tracker too.
The Epstein tracker got
Oh,
also nuked instantly, which is super strange.
Very, very
what do you
sus.
mean? What do you mean nuked?
Like it got
The algorithm
Banned.
it got
isn't
Banned.
the
deleted.
algorithm isn't
Banned.
pushing it down anymore.
No, like the
No.
account's gone.
Banned.
Oh
Account was
shit!
completely banned. Yeah.
Wild, yeah.
Damn.
Especially like the Ghislaine Maxwell stuff, which is it's just insane.
And literally all that account was doing was posting updates on the trial. There was no kind of spam. As far as I saw, there wasn't anything that went
They
against the
had
community guidelines.
500,000 followers at the time they got
Yeah.
nuked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is wild.
Yeah. That's some weird shit. I would have to say that the censorship is getting out of control a little bit, and then you also have to think, this is just the powers that be rewriting history.
Yep.
Because people born 10 years from now until, it's going to be about 12, 15 years from then till they're actually on social media, right? So then you're dealing with a lifespan of 25 years from now. Like, people aren't going to really know what the fuck was going on right now. You know what I mean? These 15-year-old kids in 25 years, if they were to be born 10 years from now, 15 years after that, like 25 years from now, these 15-year-olds, they're not going to be like, you're not going to be able to find this shit, dude. Like, I'm a
Man,
big conspiracy theorist, and like
I,
a lot of the shit that used to be on the internet back in the day, bro, I can't even show people the shit I used to find or the shit I used to read about or see, you know what I mean? Because it's just not there no more, let alone something that was there a fucking year ago. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Here's my
it's just
crazy
being
theory.
erased. Go
My
ahead.
crazy theory is that we're gonna realize that kind of like the amount we spend on social media, like the amount of time kids are spending on TikTok is just insane, dude. Like it's just the time commitment that's going to social networks that are the attention marketplace, where these companies make money by having our attention, and they only make money by having our attention, so they're just trying to be as addictive as possible. I think they're going to realize that it's kind of like, you know how cigarettes were good for you and then they were bad for you.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be the same thing, where social media is good for you, and then and then one day it's just going to be bad for you, and then we're going to realize that a little bit more. But I don't know,
I think
man.
a lot of people do realize that it's bad for you, but the problem is
It's so addictive.
I mean, you can't, like,
It's
it's hard
literally
not to be
it's
addicted
literally
to.
even to the point now where, especially in my case, I know in Moonman, your case as well, our business is on social media. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like
That too, yeah.
even
You
if we
unplugged,
wanted to,
plugged in. Let's
yeah,
go.
even if we wanted to live our lives away from social media, we couldn't, right? Because this is how we're building our brands and our
Yeah,
business.
but the thing is that I think we're going to find better mediums soon, where like the people aren't also the product. Like
The
that's the
metaverse.
whole metaverse, exactly.
Yeah.
Like we got to get Moonman to come build on Jackal. Once we get this hot storage down, we're able to like start
Don't
getting
hit it
people to
again.
host different applications.
Yeah. Tell me about Jackal. I've seen it on your profile. I haven't really looked into it. I will look into it, and what kind of place would be there for me if you say I could build. Yeah.
Are you familiar with Filecoin?
I think you've mentioned it a couple of times, just in officers chat, but
Yeah.
it,
So
quick
Filecoin essentially
quick synopsis.
it's like storage. It's cold storage. So it's kind of
Okay.
like putting files on an external drive, but it's hosted on the blockchain.
Boom. Understood. Yep.
And instead of paying like Google Drive, well, we see this with Final Frontier, where we have our Google Drive account, and it was really expensive at that one point, really early days, if you remember that. But the thing is that for a terabyte of storage on AWS or Google, or they're all the same price because they essentially have a monopoly. It's about $22 a month per terabyte of storage, which is
Yep. I
just super
remember it's bringing
expensive.
back everything you were saying. Yeah.
Yes, so we're able
I
to get
remember
that
this.
down to like $4 a terabyte using blockchain. And what we're also able to do is kind of create this cross chain thing going on, where, because we think 2022 is going to be the year of the cross chain. So we're able to build an application over on use Filecoin as our backend to store things. We're able to create a peer-to-peer network of nodes, which is going to be like the cache. So that's going to be like your active data that you can just use.
Right.
And then we're going to use the secret network to use permissions and file storage, and have your wallet over on secret network, so only you can see your data. So the cool thing about that is we can actually build things like Google Docs, or we can build things like you can host a website that's completely decentralized, and we can never see your data, and you choose who sees your stuff with your own private keys.
That's sick. I like that a lot.
We have our own permission system, where if you want to make a website, if you want to make an NFT, or so essentially our first application is email storage for another company called Ultramail, and the second one is going to be the NFT storage, so people can choose who sees your NFTs.
I like that a lot. That's fucking sick, yo. And where does the Moon Man come into play?
Well, if the Moon Man wants to come, because if we build this infrastructure, it brings people to build on top of it. So if you want to build a social network, I don't know, man, there's definitely space for a Moon Man in the social network. Or if you want to launch Moon Man NFTs, I guess you'd want Solana. But if you could cross chain it, where the permission system is using something similar to the secret network, so you can actually have it on Solana but have your permissions, it would be really interesting to see if we get that to work.
Yeah, I think it'd be fucking dope, because I've got those 6 NFTs out right now, and then I'm working on another 5 that I'm putting together, that I think I'm going to do, like, I'm going to start the bidding at like 1 penny, just because Solana, the way it works is like, it doesn't cost, there's like no gas fees, and I don't mind paying, like, even if I had to pay $5 for each one, right? Which I'm not going to have to, but I don't know how low you can start the bidding. It might be $1. I don't know if they let you do 1 penny, right? But I'm thinking about releasing like I'm thinking about releasing like 5 NFTs, and then maybe a 1 of 1 or something like that. I don't know. And then anyways, all for like to start the bidding at a really low price, because like obviously I put out those first 6 NFTs, and those are kind of high priced. there's 4 of them that are for 2,500, and then 2 of them that are for 25,000. The reason I put them out there is because um, they're basically like you're funding the Moon Man project, and uh, I'm really invested in it, and I'm gonna do everything that I can to build it out, as much as I want because it's my passion. But I'm just putting the money, I'm just putting the NFTs out there, like, hey, if you want to buy these for this price, you're literally just helping me out. It's literally nothing but just funding. So yeah, that's that. But when it comes to these other NFTs that I want to do, it's like so I have my Twitch that I'm building out, and instead of calling them like followers and stuff like that, like I don't like to call people followers because that's weird. I think it's like cult like, you know what I mean? Like I rather just say supporters. I always like supporters, or like, with the Twitch thing, I wanna call my members and my people that do do enjoy my content. I want to call them Mooners, Mooner S. And obviously if you subscribe, you're gonna be an elite Mooner. Boom, boom, boom. Welcome to the after party. But so you'll be like you'll be like an elite Mooner or just a regular Mooner. But so either way, what I want to do is like just make a bunch of like super cheap NFTs that are super cool, and just start bids across all of them for $1. So like everybody that wants to, support me and stuff, like you could just literally bid for $1, like because a like and a follow and retweet and all that stuff, I fucking love it so much. But like, why not give y'all something else fun to do? Which is, yeah, I don't expect anybody to pay $100 for something I'm literally in such early stages of, or things like that. But I'm sure if I can get these NFTs to bid for 1 penny, you know what I mean, start at 1 penny, like who the fuck isn't just gonna say like one
Yeah,
penny bid, 1 penny bid, 1 penny bid? And
man.
it's
No,
like, you
that's
don't want to start too overpriced.
yeah. No. I hear that. I think that's dope. The thing is it seems like the name of the game now is utility and figuring out what the
Yeah,
utility is. Once you figure that out and figure that side of the business model, people will come.
yeah, I really think so. Because obviously I have like a full vision of what I want to do with 3D and so many different things in the world, right? But I think what I need to, and I've done that a little bit with my Twitch, like creating the Mooners and stuff like that. And I'm actually working on the Discord right now. So I haven't really released it to the public yet because the Discord isn't done. But even if I did, I feel like there would only be like 3 people in there. You know what I mean? So I have a little bit of time to work on that before I gain like big group of supporters. But I do need to let my mind just explode and really brainstorm, like how can I really bring like you guys, the people, into this world and bring in utility. Like you said, it's one thing to get valuable content out, but it's another thing to do something like Gary Vee. It's like you can play basketball with Gary Vee, or you can go play tennis, or you can go sit down with him in real life for an hour. You know what I mean? Like, how do you bring real utility when you're just one content creator? How do you really make it fun for the supporters? So that's something I've really been brainstorming, and I need to really, really sit down and think about.
Yeah, man, that's it. It's just figuring out that, and once you figure out that, the people come. And I have no doubt in my mind, if you're determined enough, you're gonna get there. Yo,
I
just
appreciate that.
another topic. What do you guys think about these Olympic boycotts?
Olympic boycotts.
I hadn't even heard of that.
Man, people
Yeah.
aren't going to the Olympics.
Mm.
It's
Yeah,
because it's in China, though.
these are heavy hitting questions. This type
Man,
of shit to get you canceled. I like it. When it comes to the Olympics, I don't know. Everybody go watch if you want to hear what I think about the Olympics, go watch fucking Tim Dillon. He did a segment, or he did an hour long podcast about about the Olympics. Go watch that shit, dude.
that's wild. Well, do you remember the
Hilarious.
so China did this. Canada's kind of tripping right now because China did this
Yeah.
thing where, the Huawei thing where everyone was like, okay, this isn't really great. This is actually super dangerous, and they have access to all these networks, blah 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 blah. So Canada was like holding the Huawei CEO on behalf of the states because it was technically illegal here. And when we started
Yeah.
holding the Huawei CEO, China just went up and just picked up 2 random guys in China that were just Canadian citizens, and they were there for 1,000 days in jail. How crazy is that?
They just
What?
picked what? Yeah, they
Two
what?
random guys. They were both named John. Like
Dang.
2 random guys just got picked up, and we had to negotiate them for years. So it's either we give the Huawei CEO back to China, or we give it to the States, or these two random Canadian guys named John just die.
Wow.
How wild is that?
Some North Korean type shit.
Yeah, so we're sipsing right now, trying to figure out, okay, do we send our athletes to the Winter Olympics because that's what we love?
Where is it? Is it Beijing?
Let me look it up for you right now. Winter Olympics is in Beijing 2022. So you're gonna be when does it start? February.
That's crazy, man. That's really crazy. I don't know. I don't have a comment on that. I'm not a world leader.
Yeah, well, what's Jukebox saying down there though? He usually has something to say always.
Juicy, come up. Moochin, come up too. Juicy, Moochin. Let's go. Let's get these people up here. This dude just won a fucking goddamn amazing NFT, man.
Yeah, so
This dude's a legend, man. I love Mooch.
I showed up late. I was leaving the office and I was like, "Oh, do you know what's happening right now?"
Right. What's up, Mooch?
Dude, you're still at the office? Oh my god.
No, I just left. Dude.
This MHS shit. You can come up too. I'm gonna invite you because you won as well. But yeah,
Hi
Mooch, go
guys.
ahead.
Yeah, man,
Floor is
if
yours.
you
You already
want to
know,
talk,
man.
you can come up.
How's it going, guys? Everyone good?
How are you?
Yeah, we're good. How are you, man?
I'm over the moon, man. I'm ecstatic. I am. I'm on cloud 9 at the moment.
Yeah, Mooch, what did you win? I was late to the whole party.
It was I think it was a Calico ship. Was I'll be honest with
Oh,
you. It just went over
you
my
got the
head. I just know
you
I've
got
won.
the
Yeah,
Guardian.
Calico Hero.
You got the Guardian. Oh no,
No, he
the
got the
Heroes.
hero. The hero, yep.
How much are those going for right now? That's wild.
It's like 4,300, 4,000, 4,300, something like that.
That's a pretty nice Saturday. That's a pretty nice Sunday evening, if you ask me. We're depending
Yeah,
on
I
where
got
you're in
one
the
of
world
those
right now.
myself, dude.
100%.
That's a banger shit, man.
Yeah, I haven't bought any. Well, I balled out on the meta posters, and I like when I got all the meta posters, I wasn't able to purchase. I stopped at I got the what's man, my brain's not working today. What's the data runner?
The Opals,
Visas.
Visod, yeah, Visus, yeah, yeah, Opal
Visus.
Visus,
I grabbed one of those,
Visus,
but
Visas.
man, that's a sick NFT to win. I'm happy for you. That's awesome.
I'm trying to find the Moonman on Twitch. I just literally just signed up to Twitch.
Really, I'm not a Twitch
Oh, you
guy. If
just,
I'm being completely
oh,
honest.
you signed up on Twitch. Are you trying to find me on Twitch? If you go to my
Yeah.
link tree, yeah. So everybody out there in the audience, if you want to just check out all of my different socials that I've been building out, from the beginning, I've documented my whole process, and it's literally it's almost time to go. It's almost go time. I would say it is. I want to try to start streaming Star Atlas on Twitch, um, with my rigged Moonman character. But yeah, go to my link tree in the profile. You'll see link tree. Click on that. Boom, gives you all my socials. It's gonna be fun, man. And with the Twitch that you brought it up, when it comes to the Twitch page, man, like I did everything myself. I customized everything on there, and then also while you're watching the live stream, it's gonna be really fantastic quality. And some other parts and stuff like that. I spent like $3,000. You know what I mean? Because I really want to make this shit like fucking official and quality for you guys out there viewing it. When you're actually watching the stream, if you hit the follow, if you hit the subscribe, if you donate, if you anything that you do, you're gonna get custom emotes coming, and you're gonna get custom sounds. Throughout the stream, I'll do custom sounds, and so like everything is just fully customized. It's not one of those starter Twitch pages that somebody wants to start streaming. It's low quality, and everything is like
Yeah,
that basic
I'm pretty
standard
sure
shit
you
that they
don't
give
need
you.
custom
So
sounds.
yeah, go ahead. What? Sorry.
I'm pretty sure you don't need custom sounds, man. You're all hyped and energetic. Always, and I love that.
Yeah, yeah. So everything's just I'm trying to make everything original, for you guys, and really bring you the best content. And I know I've been talking a lot about on my page, that I got things coming, but I promise, I've been building all the socials, and like here soon, 2022 it's gonna be fucking dope. It's gonna be shit like this, you know what I mean? Like these are getting recorded. This Spaces is recorded and it's going up on the YouTube, you know what I mean? You guys are all my homies. You guys all support. I love having you guys up here because we make good discussion. And I'm the type of person, if you got something to shill, please shill it. You know what I mean? This isn't the Moon Man show. This is your show, So, let the people know, sh girl, I hate to screw up your name, but it's this
Yeah, it's
MH
Mahshid.
Shid. Yeah, I
Mahshid.
can't.
Yeah, Mahshid. If you want to talk, go on.
Rashid, yeah, this is your platform. Go ahead. You won today. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I'm here, but I can't speak.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Congratulations. Thank you for coming up here. Thank you.
Yeah, Moonman, you're expecting too much. It's 4 a.m. here.
Oh shit. My bad.
Cruz doesn't
کوروش جان
sleep though.
بچه بغلمه بهشون بگو نمیتونم زیاد حرف بزنم بیدار میشه.
باشه راحت باش عزیزم. Well, she's a mother and her child is beside her, so she cannot speak that much.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Let the
that
baby
makes
sleep.
sense. Yeah, no, Cruz, do you ever sleep though, dude? Every time I'm on, every time I'm on Discord, you're always hitting me up. You're always liking all the shit.
Yeah, bro, but I guess I'm taking like mostly 4 to 5 hours of sleep a day right now because there's too much that I have to handle, like with the Final Frontier, with little bit left over from my last business, and like focusing on trading and also checking the fundamental documents of the new projects. Well, and making time for the Jackal project in the near future. Well,
Hey, man, you're gonna end up killing yourself, man. You gotta take it easy.
well, I just realized that I should quit smoking today because like it's seriously killing me right now. So
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I hear you.
I know. Yeah, maybe I have to slow down a little bit.
No, I'm right there with you. I'm in the office 24/7. My girlfriend hates me.
Yeah, and I guess Marston is worse than you. Yeah.
Marston is
Yeah,
is what do you say?
I guess the situation with Marston is worse than you. You're like I think he's younger and he's doing the code more often. Like he's always behind the system doing the codes and stuff.
Yeah, we're looking to hire. We're hiring about 3 more devs to support him this week, hopefully. But we've been at this for about 6 months. It was something different before, but yeah, he's been. Hopefully, I can get him the devs. I'm just working on the business. I'm doing the meetings and I'm setting up everything along those lines and trying to find the advisors and launch. But Marston, he's behind the scenes putting everything together. It's
Yeah.
and he is well, he's not at school right now, but he's going to be going back to school in probably
Oh, geez,
February.
how old?
How old's Marston?
Yeah.
Man, he's like turning
17?
20. No,
Oh,
no,
20.
he's up there. He's almost finished university. He has 1 semester left.
Well, congratulations, guys. But seriously, the project is huge. I'm so happy for you, and I'm looking
Yeah,
forward to see more of it.
we're working hard, man. It's luckily we're able to. We have a lot of good people around us on the secret network for that project particularly. We just got our grants, so we're happy about that. Now we can just scale and just get all the devs we need and just get that sideways scalability going, so we can hopefully have a product by the end of Q1.
Yeah, the guy next to you, Crypto Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I've heard about the secret network was through him. He helped me to like get to know the project, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
مرسی سوزا جان بابت معرفی پروژه سکرت. حالا نمیدونم شنونده هستی، اگه دوست داشتی بیا بالا، خوشحال میشیم صحبت کنیم. ولی ممنونم ازت. So yeah, that's it. The first time I heard about the Secret Network, and like I just decided to become an ambassador of Secret Network, but well, I don't have time to do that. I was qualified, but I don't have time for that.
Man, yeah. Well, all the stuff you're doing for Final Frontier alone, with the newsletters coming out, and you have the magazines coming out, and Ardo's. We know what it's like to be on the other side of Ardo. He's pushing us
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
hard, and he expects a lot, but he means well.
yeah, yeah. He's got a big heart, and well,
Oh yeah,
everything we do, like everything we're doing here, it's gonna pay off in the right time. It's for
that's
the
the
greater cause.
that's the plan, man. That's the plan.
Yeah, seriously, who would have thought a girl, a refugee from Afghanistan, coming to Iran? Oh, bro, I've seen it. I know what they're going through, and I know how much it can change their life.
Man, that's crazy. I've so she was so she won the the Calico Guardian, eh?
No,
Or am
no,
I
no.
getting that mixed up?
Yeah,
She won.
she won the hero. The hero.
Yeah,
Okay,
she
that's
won the
wild.
hero.
That's wild, man. It's that's the great thing about blockchain. It brings capitalism, it brings a free market, and unless you can block the internet connection, there's no stopping that. It's an important thing to
Yeah,
have, I think.
and I believe no one can appreciate this blockchain technology more than us Iranians, because for my whole life, we've been dealing with the problems of transferring money, dealing with the sanctions, dealing with like dictatorship government, stuff like this. So this is for a lot of people out there, this is the only hope. This is the only hope to like get a hang of their life.
Man, that's it's I'm really excited, man. I don't even know what to say. It's really nice what's being built. It's Iran, Venezuela is always talking about it. Philippines, Indonesia. It's all these countries have the ability. A lot of countries in Africa as well, where Cardano is working down there a lot. They're doing really cool projects.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
just wild to see what's happening, and it's exciting, and it's so blockchain is the closest thing we can get to world peace.
You a big fan of Cardano, Dunny?
I don't have much of it.
Right.
I know the project. I just don't know the ecosystem enough to make a knowledgeable comment.
Totally,
Yeah,
totally.
but what do you think? What do you think about this Solana attack? Have you had the time to look into it? Like
Not
this
that
problem?
much. I haven't had a chance to look into it
Solana
that much.
attack. There's an attack on Solana.
Uh,
They're getting beat down a little bit in the news.
I think they were trying to do a
Well,
DDoS or something.
yeah, there was rumors, but like they denied it today. That they just told that the Solana network was slowed down a little bit yesterday and a day before, but no, there's no DDoS attack. But there's rumors out there that
It wasn't a
because
Wait,
of
DDoS
the
attack.
Radium bots.
It was Radium's pools
Okay,
and
cool.
everything else
What's going
trying
on,
to
Jeff?
basically Radium's pools and all the other stuff that Radium was doing tried to flood the network. And when it flooded the network, it dropped it down to like 1,000 transactions or something. I can't remember. But it didn't go down. It wasn't a DDoS attack. Genesis Go figured it
Yeah,
out.
so that
yeah,
was correct. The Radium bots like overwhelmed the network, right?
Yep, that's exactly what happened. So it wasn't like first everybody was releasing it out like it was a DDoS attack on Solana, but that's not the truth. They figured out what it was. It was just the bots from Radium and all the traffic.
wait. Do bots from Radium have to pay gas, or are they whitelisted?
I don't know that part. I didn't dig that deep into it. If you want to find out more information, you can read through Genesis Go,
That kind
their
of
page.
interesting. I'll go give that a read. The only thing that I can think of is if I could see the Radium bots being whitelisted by Solana, and if they're whitelisted, that means they can have they can have essentially unlimited transactions with no gas.
Exactly, and then it kind of took and hit a vulnerability in the system that they didn't expect, and that's what brought it down. I mean, it didn't bring it down. Excuse me. It lowered the transactions, but even with the lower transactions, it was still faster than all the other networks. So that's
Yeah,
and
I agree.
yeah.
That's wild. Yeah, no, that's well, it's happy it's not a. I'm happy
Well,
it's that's what it was. It could have been a lot
no,
much
actually,
worse if it was anything else.
yeah, I'm so glad it wasn't a DDoS attack, and but I'm worried because this is the second time because of the Radium bots, the Solana is having problem. The last time it was shut down for 17 hours because of those bots.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So what are you guys doing in here? You
Yes.
just hanging out?
Yeah, sorry.
Shooting-
Yeah, no,
shooting
we're just
what?
hanging out.
It's the
Yeah,
after
it's the after party, bruh.
Yeah, I saw that.
Pull
I was
up.
like, what is an
Hop
after
out at the
party?
after party.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is the after party. Crypto, what is his name? It's Crypto Rain. What's up, homie? I brought you up. What you got to say? Let's hear it.
Hello,
Glad
everybody.
to have you up here.
Hello, everybody. I'm so glad to be here. Congratulations to Mahshid and Kurosh for this
Yeah.
winning, and I'm in your service.
Yeah. Yeah,
Thank
no,
you
مرسی
very
حسین
much.
مرسی لطف داری عزیزم دمت هم
میگم،
گرم
امیدوارم که به سلامتی استفاده کنید.
فدات شم. البته من که چیزی برنده نشدم، بچه ها بردن، مهشید برده، شفایت برده و معصومه از ایرانیا برنده شدن. ولی ممنونم ازت. اون بنده خدایی که پایین کت شلوار آبی داره صحبت میکنه یکی از اعضای سیکرت نتورکه و کسی که برای دولت کانادا سایبر سکیوریتی انجام میده و خودش هم داره یکی از پروژه های خیلی خوب و آینده‌دار رو سیکرت نتورک لانچ میکنه و واقعا من ممنونم ازت به خاطر همچین چیزی که باعث شدی من تیکش بخوره و برم دنبال شما این دوستان کانکت بشم. دمت گرم.
Yeah, and real quick, I don't know if you just did that, Kurush, but to everybody that's joining in, it looks like we've went from like 20 to 40 followers or 20 to 40 listeners, sorry. You know, we welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming in here. If you want to come up and speak, you're free to do that. And just to reset the room, we're really just talking about anything and everything. Generally happens to be crypto and metaverse, but you know, at the after party, it's a good song.
Yeah,
so
I'm
it's pretty
sorry
much just about
if
anything. Come up here if you want to talk. Go ahead, Kurush.
Exactly. I'm sorry if I changed the channel and I went to Persian all of a sudden. Yeah.
No.
Oh no, bring them in. I imagine most of the people probably understand English, right? I mean, no disrespect, right? I imagine, yeah.
No, not most of them, but anyone that is here on this space and stayed there, yeah, they understand English.
Right. Yeah, if you want to, if you want to give the other people that just joined in, I think that's maybe what you were doing. Go ahead and tell them what this is all about. Just bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna refresh the room in Persian. بچه‌ها اگر کسی از ایرانی‌ها هست که حالا به هر دلیل انگلیسی خوب نمیتونه صحبت کنه یا متوجه نمیشه و دوست داره صحبت بکنه بیاد بالا. افتر پارتی دور همیه، در رابطه با چه صحبت می‌کنیم. بچه‌ای هم که بالا هستن اطلاعات خیلی خوبی دارن، هر سوالی داریم مخصوصا توضیح NFT میتونن جوابتون رو بدن. Thank you, Moman.
Thank you. It's so awesome because like every once in a while when you speak Persian, like you said after party, and I caught that. So it's funny that there's no I don't think there's really a translation for that. It's just
exactly.
kind of, you know, after party is after party, you know.
There's only one after party.
Yeah.
There's only one after party.
Yeah. And I want to like thank
I think we just lost him.
Yeah, he cut out for sure.
Yeah, he cuts out.
What do you guys think
sometimes,
about
yeah.
the whole Thursday thing? Are you guys excited
where
about
to
seeing
look
the
for the guilds and get information on that, and I didn't find better like encyclopedia of the guilds better than at least you give website. So I'm just gonna go around and like I just pinned it on my space, but I'm gonna go around and pin the tweet so they can reach to your website and have more information on the guilds out there.
Beautiful. Thank you. It's perfect.
Thank you, Duncan.
What's up, Kurush? The other Kurush. Sorry, I didn't mean to kick you off earlier. Go ahead. What's up?
Hi, man. I'm really amazed by this amazing deck. The Final Frontier is doing amazing job in Solana ecosystem, and I know that. And I talked to my followers of Solana ecosystem and the Store Atlas community about this amazing guild that are trying really to change lives of people. I'm really happy to be among you guys.
Thank you. Go ahead,
Thanks for
Tony.
being here.
I think my only concern about this project is about the ecosystem of Solana. The recent DDoS attack scared many people, scared many investors, and I really hope so that they're doing something like Luna to bypass their securities risk that are happening in Radium and other DEXs.
We just talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally understand your concern, and we have these concerns too. Like Jeff here is connected with the guys on Solana network with moderators and like programmers, and just explained that this wasn't a DDoS attack. It was caused by the Radium bots trying to overwhelm the IDOs and winning the IDO and stuff like this. And Solana wasn't crashed yesterday. It was like slightly slower than before. So that's it. Don't worry about that one.
Yeah, I'm all in. I'm all in Solana. I'm early investor in Solana and in its ecosystem, and I know they will all be good. The co-founders of Solana are also very kind people to the Iranian, the Persian community, and I know it. Yeah, I will be all in into Final Frontier and Star Atlas. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We appreciate all the support, and we appreciate all your activity in the Discord. And you know, it's really just about building a family and just being here for each other, and really just giving back when we can, and just being here for each other, man, for real.
Thank you, Moon Man. I'll go. I'm really waiting to see you on Twitch and YouTube too.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. I know Karush. I didn't get to catch the I think maybe a Twitter space or something that he did, but he said he was going to use my song, and I was like, oh snap. So
yeah.
I don't know if you ever caught that, but I didn't get to see it live.
It was a couple of days ago. We used it.
Yeah, did the people like it? I mean, it was a good reaction. I mean, you tell me.
Yeah. I actually sent it directly to some people, and they loved it. It's chilling.
I like it. Nice, man. I really appreciate that you guys like the music. That's awesome.
Sure,
That's crazy. That's dope. I'm looking to bring a lot more. But Jeff, I wanted to ask you about those Illuminatis. How is that going?
Go ahead.
Let's talk about the project. Yeah, because that shit looks sick, dude.
You wanna know about the Illuminati?
Yeah, shit.
I don't know if I can speak about it without getting in trouble. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no,
seriously, that's a dope profile picture.
A secret society. So, I mean, what it does is it gives you 3 tools, okay? I'll give you the rundown real quick. So, holding a PFP, which is the one that they've got on Magic Eden right now. I think the floor is like 1.2. I paid 2 SOL just to get it. But holding one of those PFP, one of the NFTs of the characters, gets you into the group. They won't make any more, so that's all there is. They announced they're going to drop, they're not going to mint the next 3,000. So there's 3,666, I believe, in there that you can use. Those are all the people that can be in the group. Exactly. They're trying to use the, the 666 numbers and the societies and the, Illuminati.
32 and
Exactly. Yeah, 33 or whatever it is that they use for the Masonic.
33. Sorry. Yep. 33. Yep.
Yeah, and so they're doing stuff like that. And basically all it is it's 3 tools currently. One is the radar, and what the radar does is it looks for upcoming drops and shows you the number of Twitter users, the number of Discord users, and just organic growth versus mechanical growth, like meaning they bought a bunch and you can see the giant spike to where they go way up high and then come across, so you can see that it looks like it might be a rug. The navigator, which allows you to snipe different deals out there, it uses an algorithm to rate the buys. So in other words, it looks at the rarity of it, and then it looks at the cost of it. I mean, it equates that with the average sells and gives you like a 1 diamond, 2 diamond, 3 diamond, 4 diamond rating. And so you can snipe those good deals. Like yesterday, I almost got a Degen Trash Panda for like 1.6 SOL that was ranked like 1,000 out of the 14,000. But as soon as I clicked buy, someone had already found that same deal and got it. So, I mean, it happens. But then the last tool is the compass. And the compass basically goes through and looks at a floor price in 3 or 4 different markets like Magic Eden, Solanart, and Digital Eyes or something like that. And it'll tell you what the floor is, what the volume is for 24 hours, 7 days. And so those tools help you as you go to invest in some of these different NFT projects that are flooding the market. So that's the skinny on Soul Illuminati.
That's sick. Yeah, that artwork is really cool. I like that. Yeah, you know, I'm a conspiracy theorist. I love all that type of shit. The artwork is sick, man. I got to pick up some. Mooch, go ahead. Go ahead if you want to speak. You were first. Let's hear it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna sign off now. I'm just gonna head to bed. So
Okay.
I'll see you guys later. Thank you for
Yeah, see you
your
later, man.
time.
Much love.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Congratulations on the win
Thank you.
tonight.
Thanks,
Yeah, congrats on the
appreciate
big
it.
win, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah,
Good
guys,
night.
I gotta head off too. It's getting pretty late over here. But
See you later, Don.
thanks for having me
Yeah.
on, man. It was good.
You already
good
know
talking.
anytime.
Yeah, take it easy,
man.
Later.
Go ahead. No NFT, no play. Go ahead. You were up here. You raised your hand. Go ahead.
Hi, first of all, hi, greetings to everyone. So I wanted to say this on the previous Twitter space. That was the first Twitter space I ever attended to. I was very moved by all the emotional things that were happening there.
Right.
And I just wanted to thank you guys for thinking on us, people from the third world. And I live in Venezuela, so you can imagine that it's hard to. And I was really moved, and I wanted to thank you. I really hope that these kinds of spaces keeps going. I really like the work you're doing, and I wish you can go on with these kind of things because it's nice to see that there is someone paying attention to us. And I just wanted to congratulate you and congratulate the winners. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate your support, and we obviously do this for the community. You know, you guys push us forward. You know, all the tweets, I mean, all the retweets, all the likes, all the comments. You know, you guys are really pushing us. You know what I mean? And we love to give back to you guys. And I'm sure Dunny could speak on that a little bit more. But yeah, just thank you so much. We're so glad to have you here.
It looks like we got Ardo. Ardo's in the building too. Gotta get that guy up here. Holy, man, yeah, no, it's important, and we're trying our best, and it's blockchain. It's gonna be a bumpy road down as we get to where we want to be, but our heart's in the right place. We're all excited to where we're going, and it seems like we're able to accomplish anything. I didn't think we were able to do this in 90 days. From the point of where we were before to just me, Moonman, Ardo, Oleg, and a few guys in the Discord. It's just crazy to where we've come. I wish I jotted down how many members we had back then.
Yeah, I know when I came in, it wasn't that many. I mean, I think it was maybe in the first 100, maybe
it's like
200, something like that. Yeah, no, it wasn't a lot. You would have to go. You'd have to ask Ardo or
we've 10x that.
It was what what really drove it is Ardo talking about the four currencies of the world and
on Atlas Theory.
Atlas
Theory interview. That's what blew it up, dude.
That interview got us Vials, I think, and from Vials we grew into the four of us, and then picking up the other guys and the other officers. I mean, it's just like I said, I couldn't assemble a better team even if I tried. I mean, it was just amazing how organically it came together. And and what we've got and what we've accomplished in the period of time that we've been together.
And also, just what's up, Daryl? I seen you popped up in the other spaces. You know, as always, appreciate your service. I always salute those in the military. Never been in it myself, but I always give it to you. Your hats off to you guys. For just supporting these countries and really helping out these other people that can't. It's hard for them to help themselves just because of the dictatorship and just the things that are going on, man. Thank you. If you got anything to say, feel free to speak.
Yeah, Daryl,
thank you so much for you guys' appreciation. It really it does go a long way. Lots of times I always feel like kind of like a little uncomfortable when a lot of people are always saying thank you, but sometimes we kind of gotta remember that there's a reason why people are grateful. So thank you guys for the appreciation. I just wanted to shoot off a little bit of something that has been on my mind about Star Atlas, and also because I know there's a lot of talented people all over the world, third world countries, first world country, doesn't matter where you are, talent is distributed equally across the world. And so a lot of people that can't afford some of the things that we're getting involved with, they have talent, they have skills. And I had this idea of like, if you have a certification, like a medical certification, like I used to be an EMT, like if we can tokenize these certifications and start out as like, hey, you were an EMT in the real world and you have a certification, you can mint that as an NFT and have an NPC character, EMT, which that person can now use to
sick.
play in Star Atlas, or if you were a doctor, or if you were a police officer or a firefighter. I mean, like whatever your real world profession is, I mean, if you can validate your certifications and your training, like it'll be amazing to mint that as an NFT, because then now people will be like, oh, I can maintain my, I'll renew my EMT certification every 2 years, even if I don't have an EMT job, because I can use my certification in Star Atlas, and then it'll inspire people to
it's super
educate
sick, man.
themselves to have a
I never
good
thought
position
about
in
that
the
that way.
game.
Daryl, that's really interesting you said that. Not even just NFTs in general, and the payment options we're able to do, and how we're able to provide real world professions in the metaverse space like this. It's the ability to do professional services alone would be really interesting. How anything that we can provide over the internet, or even just imagine being the medic node for your physical space as well.
Yeah, I mean, because like I used to be a medic in the Army, and I was like, man, that would be amazing if like I could just get a medic ship. They can like, hey, you guys, you used to be a medic in the Army. Like, do you want to do this? And maybe my medic NFT would have special perks, and whether I want to rent that NFT out to somebody or if I want to use it as my character, that would be like amazing.
The possibilities are endless. It's wild out here.
Yeah, so I mean, wherever you are, I mean, there's a
amazing.
lot of opportunities in the future coming forward. I mean, who knows? This might be a thing. So if you got talent and you don't know where to deploy it, just hang tight.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. What's up, Ardo? What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on,
What's up,
guys?
Cap?
And
yo.
you know me, I can't take any credit. It was the work of all of you guys that made this happen.
I appreciate that.
Man, it's you're the man every single morning, 9 to 5. You're just chilling. You're chilling Final Frontier all day, every day. It's all you, man. We're just here to support, and we're the people around you. Just make the dream come true.
Am I able to join Final Frontier even though I'm already a member of Amarna group?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
that's an Ardo question.
Yeah, it's an Ardo question, but I don't see why not. But go ahead, yeah.
Okay, I wasn't sure if what was the
yeah,
politics
I don't
about
know
it.
if Ardo was going to speak on it, but I mean, I'll speak on it this way. I'm a part of Final Frontier, but I'm connected to the Alezio family and Armana family because we got some content we're going to make. So I mean, you can be a part of the Armana family, but you don't maybe have to be a Final Frontier member, but I mean, you can if you want to. I don't see why not. But let's say you're not. I mean, you're going to be looked at as a Final Frontier member. You're one of our brothers. So, I mean, I think it's, it's just all.
I mean, yeah, you can jump in and join. That's not going to matter. I mean, I don't know what Amano's going to do and what Atlas Theory is trying to do, but yeah, I mean, all of us are part of the UMO together anyway. So I mean, it's not like it really matters. You can jump in our Discord, become a member, be able to speak in both. And then when it comes down to play and art and the different things that Armana offers that we don't for our logistics side, I mean, who knows?
I believe
I think it's going to come down to a faction selection at some point, and you're going to have to say which faction you're going to belong to, and that's going to happen within, I don't know, 2 weeks, a month, maybe a year, who knows? But when it does come, you would need to officially pick which faction you're going to be part of.
All right, cool. I know the Amarna group, we're trying to be like the Hollywood of the Star Atlas metaverse. So we're going to be focused on making like in-game content, short stories and short films using Star Atlas assets. It's a great thing that, there's the tiered zones, like there's the tier 0, tier 2, then there's deep space. So like we can blow up ships in tier 2 and then have them respawn, for entertainment purposes and for filming purposes, that's what we're going to try to do. So,
Oh, I got
all
you.
right. So
So
like,
you're gonna go to deep space and blow shit up just for the fun of it?
no,
And to make
no.
a
So
movie out of it?
in deep space, things don't respawn, but in
Yes.
the tier 2 things, like if your ship blows up in there, it'll respawn. So
Yeah,
we were thinking
medium
of
space, right?
yeah, the medium space will probably be operating in that. Hopefully, the centuries will allow us to do certain things in there, knowing that it's a production taking place and not an actual PvP. And
Well,
so,
we
like, if
should.
you're an actor, if you want to be we're gonna need, like, I believe we'll be needing avatar bodies to perform in these short films. So, like, there's another way in the future for someone who wants to earn but doesn't have any ships. They can enlist their avatars as a potential extra or actor in these short films in the Armana group. So
Yeah.
that's what we're trying to do.
We've looking at possibly making like universities and different things to help onboard people. So I mean, that's something we thought about as well. So I don't know who's going to be the first to do it or who's going to do it, who's not going to do it. But I mean, if we have like a university and a playable, like it's almost
Training
like a
facility. Yeah.
training facility.
Yep. Oops, sorry. I didn't mean to mute everybody. Go ahead. Sorry. Training facility. That's what we were talking about. Yep.
Training facility or a mini version of the game. You know what I mean? You could do that kind of stuff like it's a Hollywood set, and then you wouldn't have to be actually, because in medium space, what you're talking about doing is trying to create cinematic effect and do different things for movie clips or for YouTube content or whatever. What happens is out there, you're still taking damage and you're still going to have to be required to pay for that damage in the medium space. So if it's close to home, which is a safe zone, or medium space, you're okay, but you're still taking on damage. So it would still cost you money to do those effects in that zone, and that's what
I see. Yeah.
I'm getting at.
Okay, so we'll probably have to get like a repair ship for, like, I guess,
Exactly, you'd have to
production costs.
repair it.
So we'll still have production costs, but the production costs won't have to be spent on buying cameras and like all the other extra stuff like traditional films.
No, I get you there. Yeah, no, I mean, who
Maybe
knows what's possible?
Maybe we can beg and beg and beg and beg and beg, and Swagger can give us a like a
planet
test
to do
net
this.
area, yeah, for just cinematic only. That'd be pretty cool. And as far as picking a faction, as I understand it from Swagner, picking a faction is going to be required for score because the entire underpinning storyline for score is that we're staking our ships in the war for our faction. So as I understand it, if you stake a ship, it actually permanently locks it into your faction. Or at least you have to have a faction to do these quests with to do the staking for score. That's how I understand it, but who knows?
Yeah, see that becomes important too, because especially if they're doing leaderboards and different things like that, there's no way to track it if we're not our faction isn't our guild. So it's going to be one of those things where it's going to come sooner or later. I guarantee it. It's going to have to in order to group us and weed us out and show strength and weakness in the different the different groups that we're in the factions.
Most definitely. That'd be cool. I mean, that might be actually something that Swagner and them and the team allows later on down the future of, like you said, have your own planet and then you just, maybe pay a certain monthly fee of Atlas. You know what I mean? That would be a little bit less than, maybe you pay 1,000 Atlas, right? But obviously, if you were having to pay 20,000 Atlas to keep on rebuilding these ships, it's obviously more appropriate just to pay the 1,000, a month, which is they're still getting paid. They give us a planet where we can just keep on reconstructing the ships.
I'm really excited
Anything's
for
possible.
Polis. I think Polis is going to be huge. Just as a passive asset to have. I'm just really excited for it in general. I don't know why that came to my brain, but
I saw him
10
saying
years down the
something
road.
about it.
10 years down the road, I mean,
I
a
got
coin that you can literally use to dominate and political domination and taxes and
I got
just
a
a
big
coin
bag
that
of
gives you
Polis right
that
now.
power, you know what I mean, inside of a blockchain game. That's gonna be huge.
I don't
Yeah, you
know.
got a big
Yeah,
bag?
I saw where he was saying that they the polis holders can potentially vote to pay themselves something, or did I read that wrong the other day or something? It was
Well,
like,
we're gonna get reflected in taxes for different regions. I don't know really what's going on, and also when people buy things as a whole, it's gonna come back to polis a certain percentage. Plus, we get polis more polis for our polis when we stake polis.
I mean, just
It's
like
like
I want more
45
polis for
policies.
my
I like
polis.
that.
Yeah, it's a polis
Yeah,
inception.
made sense, but yeah, it was a polis inception for sure.
Would it be cool if like the taxes that we pay in Star Atlas Metaverse, like if that can constitute as a loss? Because once we start earning on these games, we have to report the income to the IRS, right? But like if we get taxed in game, like if that also applied outside the game, like hey, I already got taxed on this money.
That's
That
only
would be a cost of doing business. So yes, you could write that off.
That's only if it's seen as a security though, or even if it's seen as income, because technically it's going to be interesting how it depends on your state. I feel because everything's changing right now, and I don't know if it would be taxable income if you're holding polis because it's a governance voting token.
Whatever you
Atlas is
gain
more of a security to
from
me.
holding it would be taxable. And the other thing too is you guys are talking about multiple things at once, because there's the main DAO, and then there are sub DAOs, and there are sub DAOs. So if you have a planet, for example, that's a sub DAO, and you could tax the region to pay the DAO holders in that region. But then you're talking about a whole other thing where Swagner makes a comment that in the future we can decide where the main DAO's money goes to, and the players could choose to pay themselves, or they could choose to play new players. So
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. What Buzz was just saying is I saw them post that they could choose that money goes back to the polis holders of that sub DAO. So it got very interesting on how that could be done.
I'm excited I just want to see the governance structure come out in general. I'm excited for that.
I just want to see the game come out on Thursday, first and foremost. Next, I want to see it paid. Like, what is it? What are we earning? I mean, I want to see the smallest person. Let's say somebody holds a $130 ship. For example, like today, $130, $145 ship that they won. What are they going to make by playing? That's what I'd like to see.
I'm also curious to see what the MSRP is and how quickly do you make back the MSRP, because they haven't said anything regarding economics yet.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's the big thing. And what are we going to have to pay to refuel, to feed our people, to do those different things for our crew versus what we earn? What's that yield difference going to be?
It's really funny you say that, Jeff, because I actually sold all of my Atlas, so I'm starting with 0 Atlas, but I'm getting ships that are full. So I'm just curious to see. I just want to start with a ground zero so I can figure out what the actual ROI is.
Yeah, that's why I gave my kid like one of the $20 jets, right? And I gave him a Phantom account with a little bit of Solana in it. And I mean, he's 15, 16, but he's in a gaming high school. So this is critical for him, in my opinion, because he's the future of us in the gaming industry and the blockchain. So I wanted to give it to him now while he's in a specialty school in high school. It's a regular public school, but it's built around gaming, like a college. So this would be perfect for him. At a $20 ship, what's his return going to be?
I've never heard this
daily.
before.
Yeah, it's called Realm, REALM. It stands for something. But, I mean, they don't have athletics. They have esports. They have
That's cool as fuck.
and he doesn't even understand how cool it is. His electives are game development, game design, animation, and and he does programming and game design and development animation for his electives.
Jeff,
I mean,
can you drop a link? Can you drop a link to that school up top?
Link the top, that's dope, dude.
Get your son to talk to Marston. He's in game development at university right now.
Oh wow, that's cool, man.
If
I don't know how to pin stuff, guys. I mean, I'm
so I'll tell you how to do it. So when you make a post of that same link that you're talking about. Make a post on Twitter, and then when you go to that tweet, you see the comment, the retweet, the like, and then there's that next button. It's the U underneath with the circle going up in the middle. Click that button, and since you're a speaker, when you click that button, the top thing it'll tell you is, do you want to put this in the Spaces chat, and then that'll post it to the top.
Let me see if I can find that school.
Yeah,
that's
cool as hell, man.
Where I live. I'm gonna be like double doxing myself. I'm gonna be like, hey, this is where my son goes to school.
That's a good thing. If they do come and find you, you could always choke them out and shit.
I'm all the way on Guam, so Don't got to worry about me.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. Choke a dude out. You know what I mean? Yeah. If anybody wants to try him, he's got a black belt, man. He's nice with it.
Yeah.
He'll roll with you.
Who, Jeff? Jeff,
Dunny's
you're a
a
black
purple
belt?
belt. Yeah, I'm a first degree black belt. Yeah.
Nice. My foster brother, he's a black belt. I'm a blue belt.
Oh yeah, Dunny's a purple belt, I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hey,
Just
Star
Brian, when was the
Atlas
last time my belts
Jiu-Jitsu
on?
crew. Star Atlas BJJ, let's go.
Yeah, let's get Moon Man guys has to put together custom rash guards for us.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, that would be so sick. Even like gi patches as well.
Sorry,
go.
can't wear it. I'm sponsored.
Let me see if I can post this stuff.
The hell did Ardo come in here and say?
I said sorry, can't wear them. I'm sponsored.
Oh.
Not a big deal.
Big sponsor guy. Wow. I'm not sponsored. I can wear whatever. I don't have that issue. No sponsor.
Did you figure out how to do it yet, Jeff? Or are you still looking for the post itself?
I posted the school. I'm just trying to figure out where to find my post of the post.
I still can't figure out. You tried to walk me through that yesterday, man. Maybe I have a different update than you.
Yeah. So here, just try it on your Dunny. Like, go to your profile.
Okay, I'm at my
go
profile.
to your first tweet, whatever's there, pin, not pin, whatever. You see your comment, your retweet, your like, and then that next one. It's the U with the arrow going up.
Okay, I got that.
Click on it,
now pin it
and then
after party.
You can
yeah,
put that
it
in
says
the
share to the
party,
after
right?
party. Yes. Now,
Okay, I
the
did
only
that.
time you can ever do that is when you're on stage speaking. So audience members can't do it. And yeah, it's only people on stage that can do it. And usually
So
in
y'all
most
can see
groups,
it?
exactly. I don't give a damn who posts up there. I don't give a damn. But some groups, you know, you want to be like, hey, can I do that? Is it all right if I do that? Some will say yes, some will say no. But me, I don't give a damn, you know. We're
So
all
can you
pushing the
see
same
that
message.
school?
Yeah, I'm going to look at it now.
I can't see it on my phone.
Man, I'm still trying to get my emotions back from earlier.
Yeah, I bet.
Ardo, we were talking about you.
That's wild.
We were talking about you, Ardo. We were talking about how amazing you are and how you work your tail off all day long.
It's not lying.
Yeah. And I don't really see much sleep anymore.
Shoot, that's what I'm telling you. The other day you hit me up and I was like, I crashed, man. I literally crashed between my real life job, doing this organization and the startup and all this stuff, trying to get through the blockchain pieces. And I just worn out, man. And I went to bed at like 3 o'clock and he's like, you didn't see my message? I'm like, I never saw it, man. So busy. It's crazy.
You guys have any advice for? I'm actually planning on starting a channel soon, a YouTube page, trying to promote content. Yeah, I see a lot of you guys already have YouTube channels and stuff, or a lot of content that you guys post. I mean, if you guys have any advice for me, that'd be perfect.
Are you talking about the for the Armana group? You're going to be actually the content creator or like the manager of the YouTube page for the Armana?
Well, no, more for my my personal page. I mean, I'll be I'll be operating as a member of the Armana group. I mean, the content I create will also be shared with them. But then also, I mean, I'm involved in some other blockchain games. I mean, I kind of wanted to like talk about everything. And so I'm actually just going to start with Star Atlas. My plan was to just maybe do one YouTube video for each spaceship and like, what would I do with it if I had it? You know, kind of something like that to start.
We'll hook you up. One of our members is Ryan Matta. He's got 50,000 subscribers on YouTube. So one of these days we'll hook you up with him so he can show you the ropes.
Yep. Because I'm trying to really get in on this because I'm not gonna lie, I worry that I might be out of a job soon, and I'm really grateful that Score is launching on the 16th because it kind of like eases my worries a little bit. And I don't want to get political about it, but if I do lose my job, it's for political reasons, and I'm trying to plan ahead for alternatives and this is something that I'm really like inspired to do. Like I get a lot of like the energy I got this morning from the first Twitter space. Like my coffee went cold. I didn't even drink it. I didn't even need it anymore after the energy I got from Twitter space this morning. And like and
Yeah,
so
Ryan is definitely the dude to hit up. Yeah, he's got like 50,000 followers, subscribers on Twitter, and then another dude you could talk to is even your leader in Armana is Atlas Theory. I mean, I think he started his YouTube channel like 8 months ago or something like that. He's already up to
yeah,
almost 2,000. There's another dude called Metaverse Explorer. I know he started his channel only like
yeah.
8 months ago in Star Atlas, and he's up to like almost 4,000 subscribers. Those are the people to hit up, you know, that are already doing it. Those are the guys to hit up. And then the other thing to check out too is, yeah, no, that was it. I drew a blank. Sorry. Yeah, no, that's dope, dude. I'll look up your stuff.
What would you guys want to see? I mean, other than the videos that's already coming out, like, because I don't want to just repeat what other people are doing, of course. I kind of want to have something like, what would you guys want, type of videos do you guys want to see? Like, does that idea sound cool? Like, it's more of like a critical thinking idea video. Like, hey, if I had this shit, this is what I would do, you know,
Man,
and just kind of give like a 15-minute spiel.
honestly, coming in my personal opinion, unless you're actually happy about what you're publishing, if you're like depending on what you're into, that's what's gonna sell the best. Like I'm in the economics, but I watch YouTube videos of things that I don't give a shit about all the time. I go down those rabbit holes all
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
But
Yeah, I'd like to see. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm just also just saying I got a jet, boys.
All right,
Nice. I'm happy that the after party outlived me, moon man.
Yeah. After party, yes.
Well,
Thank you
We're
so
all
much
gonna
for
have to
that. You
hook
already
up.
know.
We're gonna have to hook up at a Final Frontier con.
There you go.
Hey, if you guys ever come to Guam, I'll charter a booze cruise for you guys here. My friend does boat charters all the time.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Never been there. Never been there.
It's beautiful
Well,
here,
don't forget.
and I'll be waiting for that Star Atlas rash guard.
These guys will start rolling on the
Nice.
boat. You know what I mean? These guys are going to start rolling on the boat. If you get a couple mats on that boat, dude, it's going to get nuts.
Oh, believe
I
it or
look
not, we
forward
can
to
do it.
going
Last
to.
time we rolled out some mats, the floating mats on the ocean.
Yeah.
And so
done that?
it's a little bit
That's
shaky,
fucking
but
dope.
you can make it work. Don't
It's
get
like
thrown
trying
off
to
the
roll
mat.
on a waterbed, man. Like that's like trying to roll on a waterbed. That's nuts.
Yeah.
Most people
Hey,
probably don't even know what a waterbed was like. I guess I'm just old enough to remember them.
No, I know
let's
about
not
it. Yeah,
forget we
it's
got
fucking
that
impossible.
invitation to Australia too. But of course, after the lockdowns over there are done.
Shit, and aren't
Oh,
they
yeah.
like hurting all the different people in the local tribes? And I mean, I heard a bunch of weird stuff about that and the suppression of it.
Well,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Guam is north of Australia. We're in the same time zone, so whenever this is all over, you guys go there. You can hop on by here too.
Yeah, I heard you can get on a boat or something to come up to Vietnam and all that stuff.
No, we're flying. There's too many big sharks in that ocean. We're flying.
Yeah, yeah. I'd fly too. Time is precious.
That it is. Yeah, I'd like to see if we're gonna get back to the video stuff, man. I'd like to see like an average day in the life of different ships and different missions and different earnings and different factions. You know what I mean? Like, because all we can do is say, hey, what did you do today? How did you do it? I would love to see an actual watch other people's play, their earnings, what they're getting with different ships and things like that. I would love to see that.
Yeah, same here. I mean, once the game comes out, we can start making all that content. Like, I was thinking, like, I can't make too much content with the score because once we stake the ships, I mean, that's pretty much it. We're just passively earning money. I mean, it would have been amazing if a mini game was like a Galaga type of shooter that we can earn with, but I'm okay with score for now. And it's only the first mini game.
For score, what we desperately need is a deep dive on the gamification of the 4 Fs, the firepower, food, fuel. Because according to Swagner, the quote unquote make it fun part of the game is supposed to be how we manage when we buy. So like if the price of Atlas is way up, maybe it's a bad time or good time to buy, fuel, things like that. So we need a deep dive into that and somebody to chart exactly how things do if you do less fuel or whatever.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at. Exactly what Miles pointed out. He just did it a little better than me. But yes, like, because you don't know. I mean, let's say for example you have a crew of 5 or 10 in one of these ships. What is it taking you to feed and refuel and all that versus the guy that has a Visas Envoy and he's a solo dude, right? And and what's he earning and not having to spend back in food because he's got a solo, you know? Is there advantages to being in one of those larger ships and the rewards versus what you're having to output? Just those things alone, strategy wise, even at this early stage, could result in the difference of somebody making, 100,000, who knows what, tens of thousands of dollars over the course of the development for the Unreal Engine platforms, and that's huge for a lot of us.
Yeah, I'm also wondering like what's because like the racing ships, I mean, they don't require ammo, right? So like, would it be, how is the staking mechanics work for the racing ships? Because would we be able to stake the racing ships together as a full
Well,
fleet with the fighter ships, or do we
I've
have to
even
stake
talked
them
about
separately?
I don't know
talked
why
about
you
with
assume that racing ships don't need ammo.
Yeah,
I've even talked about this with the racing ships. Like you can have a planet set up that you own or a sector of a planet that you own, right? And you can have people coming and racing there, and then you have a couple of mechanics on that planet right next to the race, just like you see in real life in races, right? You have your pit crews, stuff like that. And so now these racers are getting money from winning the races. You have a bookie that's allowing the audience to place bets on the blockchain, right, on who they think is going to win. And then you also have the mechanics, the pit crews, and they're getting paid in Atlas or Polis, whatever the agreement is, for repairing all the ships, because these ships are going to need to be repaired when they crash in space if they hit a rock, or I mean if they crash on the planet and they hit a rock. So it's like a whole ecosystem and all these little things that can happen. Speaking of racing, yeah, that's
All
what
I
I'm
see
looking
Yeah, I
is
was
forward to.
thinking
That's
of
pretty
all
like
I see
exciting.
is little Anakin and his. As you spoke, all I could see was the Anakin and his little pod racing the whole
Exactly that.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, I was thinking like if you don't know if you want to race or fight, you can do both, and they can do like a death race themed race.
Like Crash Derby with
Yeah,
fighting.
Hey,
yeah,
Lux, how
You
you
got to
doing?
think too,
Lux has his
because
hand raised.
yeah, real quick, Lux, I'll let you speak. You gotta think too. If you're in the high risk zone and you're on a planet and your ship gets destroyed, you still lose that ship. It doesn't mean spaceship battles, in space are the only place you can lose a NFT ship. If you're on a planet and lose a ship and you're racing, in a high risk zone on a planet, like, and that ship breaks down and blows up, like, you're going to lose that ship. It doesn't mean just the people in space,
Right.
outside of the
unless
planet's
you're
atmosphere. Go ahead,
unless you're
Lux. Sorry.
sponsored, unless you have a reputation like you're the best racer in Star Atlas, and now people sponsor you. Hey, here's my spaceship. Go race with it. If you crash every now and then, that's fine.
Yeah.
As long as you win at least 80% of the races or 90 per.
Yeah, I mean that
Yeah,
NFT is still going to get destroyed, but yeah, your sponsorships would pay for you to get another one, right?
yeah.
Exactly. Go
I,
ahead, Lux.
hopefully you can get to the point where you're not racing your own ships, kind of just like Formula One. I mean, did any of you guys
Yeah,
catch Max Verstappen win first place last night? Like, he races that car, but he doesn't actually own it, but he's getting
right.
paid
Yeah,
because he's the best racer. So like that would be like that's what I'm
he's racing on
hoping
people's
for.
money. Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's up, Lux? Thank you for joining, homie. You already know you got a spot up here all day.
Oh, hey, what's up, you guys?
What's going on, man?
Doing pretty good. I just wanted to, first of all, I just wanted to congratulate Final Frontier on the awesome giveaway today. I was in the audience and it was just super inspiring, and yeah, it just feels really good to be, to be able to witness that and just to see how people's lives getting changed and just be a part of like an international community, and that's just really really awesome. But
Yeah, we appreciate the support. You always know, man. You've been hanging out these past couple of spaces. You always bring good topics, good ideas, good perspectives, all that good shit, man. We appreciate it a lot. Thank you so much for the support. And we're just out here trying to give back to people, but because we're giving back to people, but like people got to remember too, like y'all are giving back to us, because like the amount of support that we're getting is absolutely, it's hard to fathom sometimes, and how fast we've grown, you know, in the community itself, Star Atlas. It's, you know, we're just, you know, everybody's just giving back, you know, everybody's just giving and giving and giving, and nobody's really taking, and nobody's really asking for anything after they give, you know. It's just love all around.
Yeah, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can, and just trying to figure out how to best take advantage of this opportunity, and how to best get involved and, you know, give back to the community. So
What do you want to see
yeah.
from Star Atlas? What's your goals for Star Atlas? What do you plan on doing? What's your role?
Well, right now the reason why I raised my hand is because I've been trying to kind of figure out my short term strategy here with the score game coming out, and you know, I'm trying to figure out, like, you know, okay, like what do I want to invest in ships before score comes out, and you know, ships are probably gonna go up a lot if it's successful, which I believe that it's gonna be. And I was wondering if you guys had have you checked out that it was like an article, I believe it was by Afia, and it's like you can there's an article on their website. It says that that Michael Wagner alluded to the fact that like the rewards are going to be somewhere in the realm of like 100% APY on the ships, like
My God.
so I'm just like, man, if that's the
Ooh,
case,
shit. Yeah.
wow, like it's like
And
basically
that's
a stable
minus
coin, like.
strategy. You know what I'm saying? That's minus strategy. You know what I mean? Like if you know how to play the game mechanics, and you just got a genius for
Supposedly
strategy
it's 100.
games.
It's 100% after. Like just in the score. If you
Yeah.
stake your ship, it's 100% after supplies.
Wow.
So
I just
yeah.
saw like I also saw like
Damn.
7 to 15% a month is what we'll be getting also, but like nothing yet has been rock solid confirmation on the earnings.
Yeah.
Okay, you
And I
said 15% a month.
like I heard also the range from 7 to 15% a month. That's what I also heard, which is more than 100% a year,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. But
And so
then you subtract supplies, and I think it should equal out to about 10% a
Yikes.
month.
and I
So
think the reason
wow.
why it's 7 to 15% a month is because the faction distribution is equal. So if you're a faction that has less people, you'll get more, I'm assuming. And if you're the faction with the most people, each person will get less. If that, I guess, you know, because
Okay.
that's that. Yeah, so I think that's the reason why they say 7 to 15%. So I guess it's depending on your faction density.
Okay, I mean, whatever way it is, 7 to 15% is awesome. I'm just also hoping, like,
Amazing.
That's yeah, because if that's the case, not to cut you off, if that's the case, this is great for Mud, because technically, if it's 7 to 15%, we know that Oni isn't getting 15. If that's how it's going to be played out, because everybody loves Oni, I feel like that's the most popular one, to be honest. And then it's probably Mud, then it's probably Ooster. But I feel like Ooster and Mud are kind of tied, so we might be getting those 13, 15. Oni might be getting that 7. You know, if that's the case.
I'm Mud, so I'm in there with the Final Frontier,
All right.
faction.
Let's go.
Hashtag Muddy Militia in the house.
But yeah, so if it's 7 to 10%, and then we're getting paid in Atlas, so does that mean that, like, let's say Atlas crashes or whatever, or like there's a bear market or something like that, and Atlas goes down compared to USD? Does that mean that we'll be getting paid more Atlas, and then have to pay more for supplies? Like, will that vary, or
I feel like Ardo
I
or
don't
Jeff,
think
yeah,
so.
they can answer that better. Yep.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they adjust based on inflation and deflation of that tokens. I mean, that's what I'm hoping. I mean, because I mean, otherwise we're going. Let's say it was a payout that was fixed. I mean, there's just no way they would do that. They're too intelligent for this. They're going to adjust it based on the market. I'm pretty sure of it.
I
And
mean, I
I
think
feel
this
like they,
could
I
basically
feel
be
like,
a career.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
going
like
to
they
be the
might
hardest part.
adjust it, but at the same time too, like now they're listing assets for sale in Atlas tokens as well. And so, like, if they really wanted to capture the MSRP value of the ship, like right now, like I lucked out. I bought a Rainbow Ohm, right, and I got it for like $1,700 because it was like on sale, right? And so, uh, what's it called? But that's because when I bought it, Atlas was like 12 cents, and so I was like, I paid for it in Atlas to get the cheaper price.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like if they were going to adjust, then they would start doing that now because, you know, they're not doing that right now. It's still the same origin price in Atlas versus you know, the USDC. So
Yeah.
because you can use the Atlas to buy stuff in the game, regardless of the IR the in real life price, as long as there's value within the game that you can use the Atlas for, I feel like they would prioritize that over making sure that you can cash out.
The
As long as it's good
Guardian
utility.
is much cheaper in Atlas than it is in USD right now.
Yeah, I've seen that, but that's not always the case. Like every time, like for this giveaway, I told them, like, listen, man, check the conversion rate first, because one time when I checked on Atlas, we were paying USDC was like 4 or 5 grand more than these the C9 and things like that. We were paying like 4 grand more than the price was in Atlas because they released it at a point. It dropped a week or two later, and so you could get that ship for $4,000 or $5,000 less if you just converted to Atlas from USDC. But that wasn't the case when we did the giveaway. It was actually a little bit more. So yeah, I guess it is varying based on the market.
But who knows? Hopefully, they have other mechanics in the future for the economy to adjust for the price changes.
I mean, oh, they gotta have something,
Yeah,
some kind of
because
algorithm or something.
I wouldn't want to earn less if the price of Atlas skyrockets. You know.
I would want it to be pegged to USD. Like, I just want to know what I'm going to be getting compared to USD. Like, if Atlas goes up compared to USD, I would be fine if they pay me less Atlas. I just want to know that I'm going to get like a fixed APY pegged to USD. Like, that's what I'm hoping for.
I think we all do too. I mean, I think that even with the ships, I think it should be adjustment based on the current market to what the price is set for USDC. But I guess they can't do that because of the asking and the selling. They can only do it on theirs that would be fixed, right? Because these are secondary markets. So the game itself is not secondary. So they should be adjusting it based on the same pay, whether it's a USDC and what the current rate is. That's my opinion, anyway.
100%. 100%. Yeah, it's a lot of questions, man. A lot of questions until the score comes out. But I'm really happy that it's coming out on the 16th and we finally get these answers, and it didn't get pushed back. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was maybe gonna be pushed back till January, February, and nothing against the team. I just know that everything that they're developing is, like they always say, is such new technology. There's so many checks and balances that they have to go through to get this, combed out good. And I thought it was probably going to be pushed back till January, February. So the fact that they came with the actual date of, December 16th, man, kudos to them, dude. They're working hard as fuck.
I felt like they
They're
couldn't.
fucking
I
working
felt like
hard.
they couldn't fail again and push, because if they failed again and push, that was 3 or 4 times in a row, and that's
But
more
then,
than most of us wanted to handle.
yeah, and then I also think about this too. I mean, Michael did say. I mean, the fact that they're not pushing really means that it must be up to par and literally ready to go, and everything is come through because, Michael did mention the town hall that everybody's going to take a break on the team for, this holiday weekend, or I mean these holidays coming up for about a week and a half, you know what I mean? And if you're releasing the score on the 16th, well, that means, we still have 2 weeks of this year left, and if they're taking a break, the last week and a half of this year, if anything goes wrong with that score, I'm sure that team doesn't want to be disturbed. Obviously, they're going to, get out of their bed and, they're going to figure it out. You know what I mean? But if they're putting it all on the line, knowing that they're taking a break at the end of the year, they must really believe and have a solid system down that is going to work smooth as fuck.
Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, that's pretty damn confident. That's a confident statement right there, because it's like you're going to say you're going to take the end of the year off, but yet you got a product released right around the same time. I mean, like, wow, that's not something that normally goes hand in hand.
No, it doesn't. And so that's why I say, like, they're smart. We know that they're the type of people that the reason they push back is because they're not trying to do the same shit these gaming industries are doing now and these game companies are doing now, which is give fluky ass products out. They're trying to make sure they come with quality. So if, again, like we just said, yes, if they're pushing this out knowing they're going to take a week break, I mean, it's much easier to just tell the community, hey, we're pushing it back till January 10th. I'm sorry. I know. Trust us, guys. We are fucking working hard. But the fact that they're saying, hey, no, it's the 16th. Oh, buddy, is this game got to be good? I'm looking forward to it being good. But yeah, it's a ballsy move. I like it though. I like a team like that. That's fire. I have no
Yeah,
doubts though. They're intelligent people. I have no doubts.
I was still iffy about the 18th deadline too. Like I wanted it to happen, but at the same time, I was preparing myself. Like, what are you going to do if it doesn't? And I was already saying like, okay, I'm just going to buy the dip again, because
shit,
I mean
was
that's the
prepared
only
for
reason.
January, February, shit. Yep.
Yeah, the only reason why I got that rainbow ohm for that cheap is because they missed last month's deadline, November deadline. And somebody had like 100 rainbow ohms that I guess they got liquidated because they thought they were going to start earning on November 18th. And once that deadline wasn't made, I guess they realized, oh, I can't start earning Atlas on these 100 rainbow ohms. So they just started selling them like liquidation sale prices. And so like I was thinking the same thing might happen if they miss this deadline again. And I'm not going to, miss out on that, because it doesn't matter what price you bought it for, you get you earn on the MSRP value, not the price you bought it. So.
Yep. And I was correct me if I'm wrong. It was August that the first ship sales happened, right? Or was it the beginning of September?
September.
September. Yeah. So
yeah,
beginning of September. It was. I remember. The ships are coming out, and then they said, "Hey guys, we've got our mini game should be coming out in 4 to 6 weeks." And that was,
yeah, I remember that.
I remember telling people on
that.
Twitter, and I remember answering people in the Discord. I was like, 4 to 6 weeks for the mini game. Don't worry about it, because people were flooding in, asking questions and stuff. And then once that didn't happen, I just kind of was like, oh, this is going to be whenever they get to it. You know what I mean? And put that hard work in. And again, you know what I mean? I'm coming from a place of just a bystander and somebody in the ecosystem. You know what I mean? I'm never speaking as if I know how to do any of this coding that they do. I don't know how to project manager like they do. You know what I mean? Project management like they do. So this is clearly just me talking as the Moon Man, and not for anybody else, or as if I know how to do any of this stuff. Man, what they're doing is takes years to learn. You just have to be talented. So really, just speaking from a fan and a player. So.
Yeah, all I have are creative ideas. I don't know how to code or anything. Like I'm just happy that we're at this point in the development where they're actually listening to the fans and the followers. Like, I'm not gonna lie, the fact that Michael Wagner actually likes my tweets, I'm like, holy cow! Like every time I tweet and tag Star Atlas or tag Michael Wagner, like he actually likes all of my tweets and stuff. Like he's engaging with the community. I can't imagine in like maybe 2-3 more years, we're probably not going to get the same treatment from the development team, because they're just going to be interacting with even more people online. Yeah.
And
so
I mean, it's possible.
We're OGs.
Yeah.
I mean, we're in the sport early, right? We're in this game way early.
Yeah.
So we might have that established connection where those new guys don't get that. So you never know.
Yeah, and Santi actually in Dowcaster's Twitter space last time, Santi actually expressed that he liked my idea. I was like, hey, what if we did a Star Atlas birth certificate? So when everybody joins the game, they can see like, oh, you were in since the beginning. You have your birth certificate says so.
Actually a very, very cool thing.
It shows it when you go in. When you log into your character, it shows you.
Yeah. Yeah, it
really?
shows you there, but like I was telling Santi, like if everybody, because it shows you your account age, and so it's like, but if you actually got like a birth certificate, that's like almost like a NFT, it could be like a pope, yeah, a pope.
Aren't they doing that?
Yeah,
and then
they said they were going to give you like a badge, right? A new badge. For that.
Yeah, but they didn't say it was going to be like a birth certificate. It's just going to be like, hey, thanks for being the early adopters, the early supporters type of badge. And so like with this birth certificate, so like with the birth certificate though, think about it. Like imagine you were in since the beginning, but you're not a whale, so you can't buy as much Polis. And then somebody just jumps in day one, buys half or 30% of all the Polis, and immediately they start voting on changes, and they don't even play the game. If their Star Atlas birth certificate, like maybe they can operate in dog years, right? Every 1 year or 7 years. If their Star Atlas birth certificate is like under 18 years of age, however they decide to do their Star Atlas years, then they're not allowed to vote using their polis until they actually reach an age and actually show that, hey, I am in this game, I support this game. I'm not just someone who's trying to step in and change the economics for my own benefit. It'll kind of keep more power to the players instead of whales jumping in and just completely taking over the market.
It's a really good point. It prevents not necessarily rug pulls, but it prevents nefarious actions and domination, right? And kind of like we're doing with the front token, not the shield it. FRNT. We have the IDO coming here soon. Everybody out there in the audience, stay tuned. We're in our seed round right now. But it's kind of like with that, us officers, we've been allocated tokens, but we don't get to touch that for 2 years and then a vesting period of 24 months after that. And the people that are in the seed round that buy in, 80% of their tokens are locked for a year, and they only get 20% to sale public. When the IDO goes live, right? So, something like that. That's kind of exactly what you're talking about is, showing proof that you've been in Star Atlas for 2 years, and it doesn't have to be 2 years from the beginning. This could be 10 years down the road. This could be 8 years down the road, and then in 10 years, when you come along, you show proof that you've been around for 2 years. You know what I mean? Even though it might be 8 years later from now, so then it would be 10 years that you're trying to make these decisions and buy up all this polis, but it shows that you've been around for 2 years. Social proof, blockchain proof.
I think it's also smart for it'll be good for like players to play smart. And just like people who got into Bitcoin early, like they were mining and stuff like that, and the Bitcoin that they got at that time is now worth like millions and billions of dollars. So I feel like if we play good, like we're getting into this reward system, like my plan is to, when I get paid in Atlas, I'm gonna cash out like 75 to 80% into USDC most likely, and then put like 20 to 25% in Polis, and just like keep stacking it, to be to be able to participate in politics and stuff down the road.
For
I
sure.
think that's a great idea.
Great plan.
For sure.
Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we all have our own
against-
strategies. Like I was actually just for me, I'm gonna compound my. So as soon as I have enough Atlas to buy more ships, I'm just gonna buy more ships and just compound my interest. So I can, once I get to a certain MSRP value in ships where I'm happy, then I'll start trying to withdraw all my capital through earnings, I guess.
Yeah, and one thing to fuck, I just drew a blank. Somebody else go. Ardo, talk about your ideas of this cold winter that's coming, this crypto winter, and how that's going to affect Atlas and Polis. That's always a good discussion. I'm sure people would love to hear it.
Yeah,
Because I drew a blank and somebody's got to speak.
You get a lot of people that aren't considering the fact that they think that some projects are like immune to crypto winter, and one thing they got to understand is that don't think any project is immune to crypto winter. And so people that are stuck holding their bags, what's going to happen is they're going to go through that cycle of thinking that the 30% or the 40% is just a dip. It's just due to Bitcoin, some whales. And the next thing you know, it's going to be 50%. And then they're going to start sweating. And then it's going to be 65%. Then it's going to be 70%. And now all that money they've invested in the fourth quarter of the bull run is now all gone. They have to wait, 2 years to see that type of return again? But it's not going to be it's not going to be a profit. It's just going to be a holdout for the ROI you were originally invested in the first place. So what's the best way to
and
protect
it's not
the
gone
dip?
forever. You know what I mean? You're just down. You're just down in the market. But if you just would have held out 50% of what you put in that fourth quarter, you could have literally bought everything on sale if you just would have waited another year or 6 months. You know what I mean? Exactly.
Yeah.
Just be smart.
Bear markets are where people get rich. Bull run is where they take the profits from getting rich. Does that
Do
make
you
sense,
think the
everybody?
assets are going to crash?
Assets are different because, again, this is not a system that we've had to face in previous cycles.
The first.
Now, this is also the thing is cryptocurrency fluctuates up and down based upon the project, yes, but also what's happening in exchanges, and in the cycles of Bitcoin. But NFTs are different, right? It has a different value than a token you're moving around. In some cases, for exchange of goods and services.
Yeah, I'm looking at the assets like almost like a stable coin that you can stake for 100% APY.
Now they will go down, right? They will go down, right? We watch the NFTs go up and down all the time. I just don't think they're going to have as big of a hit because the thing is, even in a bear market, a hot NFT project could come out and that NFT project could boom, even though the rest of the crypto market just goes nowhere.
I think what Lux is trying to say is that the ships. I mean, if we got all our details correct, the ships are almost the equivalent to a stable coin because even if we enter a bear market, we will still be earning on the MSRP value of the ship, regardless if we go into a bear market. And so I think that's what he's saying. Like it's like a stable coin, and then
it's kind of what
as long
Ardo
as
was
you can
saying though
finance.
too is we just don't know what's going to happen with these NFTs because now they're actually real assets. Unlike digital currency, that doesn't earn you anything. If it's going down in price, you're losing. If it's going up in price. But these assets, that's actually allowing you to earn something while a digital currency while it's going down in price. You're actually earning a sale price, if that makes sense. Yeah.
You just gotta look at things like
different.
today. The Calico Garden we gave away, the lowest asking price was 47,000. Today it's 37,000. So I mean, you got to think as these guys need during that time period when people need money and are losing money, they're going to try to flush that secondary with low prices. So that's what you have to watch out for. But your earning is correct. It should be off the MSRP, so that shouldn't hurt you with your own assets. It's just when you sell them in the secondary.
They're selling Guardians trying to get money for the C11.
Yeah, exactly. Because the new ships came out. If the new ships didn't come out, then people that held that Guardian for another. I mean, if they had sold it last week, it would have been worth 10,000 more asking. But if they still hold it, it'll go up again. But you're right. They're trying to get liquid to buy those new assets.
I wanted to say conservative
Sorry
hippie.
about that. I was muted.
You're fine.
But
no, you're good.
So,
Conservative hippie, real quick, Ardo. Conservative hippie. God damn, I couldn't say that. Thank you so much for coming up here. I brought you up a little bit ago. You got anything to say? Thank you.
Yeah, I've got a question and a couple comments.
Yeah.
First, for my edification, what secondary market are you guys looking at? Because I'm looking at the Calico Guardian, selling for 67,000. That's the lowest ask on Star Atlas market.
Switch that from Atlas to there's a drop down. Switch it from Atlas to USDC, and you'll see what the USDC cost is.
Oh,
that got us for a long time.
Isn't that strange how some are lower in Atlas and some are lower in USDC? It's really interesting. As far as the comments on the ships, we don't know, and that's almost terrifying going into this, but exciting at the same time. I had word that they are going to try to nerf it so much to encourage gameplay that you're going to have to be using these ships to get the highest rates of return. So sometimes if you spread out and get a lot of different ships, it might be really hard for you to operate within the game, thinking you're going to go operate all these ships, but just operating one ship is going to be difficult enough that you'll have to do it one at a time. So watch out for that thinking that if you get the Calico Guardian and a Grenader and a Pierce 9, that you're going to be able to go and deploy all three at the same time. I think they're trying to create the game to encourage the play so that you'll have to be actually using the Pierce at the time and operating it to get the high APY and to get that yield coming in, whereas the others will be sitting on the sideline.
Yeah, I saw the same thing.
From what Michael Wagner said, he was saying that, I mean, of course, maybe if you operate your ship manually, you'll get a higher earning. But if you have more than one ship, he said, you can deploy all your ships as a fleet and you can fly with your ships, because when you buy a ship, it automatically comes with a team, like it comes with a crew. So I have a Pierce F4, it automatically comes with a crew NPC characters. So if I don't have people to play with me, I'll have these NPC characters to man my ship with me, but they're not going to operate the same way a real person would think and operate. So
yeah, it is going to be
yeah.
fleet and strategy based on how you assemble the fleet, from what I read.
That's interesting. The last point I'd make is another thing that we don't know, that I almost view almost like an airdrop, is the fact that our ships that we buy before the event will come fully loaded, but after score is released, they will all be blank essentially. So you'll have to use Atlas to play the game to load your ships, and we have no idea at this point what that value is, how much it's going to cost to, load up your grenader. And I find that very interesting also, that it's encouraging to buy those ships in advance, even
Well,
though
that
we
should be
don't.
clarified. That should be clarified, because what he's trying to say, from what my understanding of it was, is if you buy it now in the market, it's going to come with a crew. But if you build it in the Unreal Engine game, or in the shipyard, or whatever they released, that where you can use that Atlas and use those materials that you've earned in game to assemble with blueprints the ship, that ship, once you build it, will not have crew, and you would have to hire the crew. That's what I understood.
Oh, versus if you buy, well, okay, we'll see. Another kind of point of conflict. It I'm terribly interested. I'm curious also, are things going to be nerfed so you don't lose right away in score, this mini game, or will it be live action in a sense? And if some people come, apparently, there's bombers and missiles, and could you get destroyed? It almost seems like, are we all
Not
just
in
going to be
score.
tooling around in the safe space?
So in scores, there won't be any ship destruction, but when the actual game launches, like there's the starter planet that everybody starts on, that's going to be a safe zone, and then there's the medium zone, which is also a safe zone. There's no PvP allowed, and from what I saw in the white paper, the medium zone is patrolled by sentries. So I guess if somebody does engage in combat, maybe you'll get pulled over and your ship will get impounded or something, and then the tier 3 zone, which is deep space, only if you go into deep space will your ships be lost for good. Like if you destroy your ship in deep space, it's gone. But as long as you're within the medium zone and the first zone, if anything happens to your ships, you'll get respawned. Like medium zone, you can take damage, like what they were saying earlier. But if you get destroyed, you'll get it back. But you'll still have like damage and scratches and stuff like that. You'll still have to repair it. And so, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's why we had to pick a specific type of character. So, for example, Mud versus Oni or Easter, we couldn't mix them, because when we start as a faction, we all have to be the same race, so that when we start, we are all in the same starting location by faction. So that's why we couldn't mix them up, because of the way the characters start in different regions once the main game comes out.
To kind of talk about that, how that ship blueprints work. Excuse me. Somebody else talk. Got a fucking nugget in my throat. Hold on.
I think what the conservative hippie was talking about.
I'm good, Lux. Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Yo, don't be eating Wendy's chicken nuggets when you're on the mic. Hold on.
Yeah. So what I was trying to say earlier
No, here,
is
real quick, Ardo. Hold on. I think that's a good point about if you build a ship and you don't get any crew members with it. I think that's actually kind of a cool thing, because if you just build it in your garage, you're not going to have members that are going or crew members. So that's all I wanted to say. Probably could have just cut all that out, right? Go ahead. Sorry.
I was going to say that I think what the conservative hippie was talking about earlier with the incentive to buy ships before the score is that I heard Michael Wagner say that if you buy your ships before score starts, your ships will be fully stocked with food, fuel, and what's the third one? Food, fuel, and like the supplies that you need
Ammo,
to
ammo.
ammo. Yeah. Food, fuel, and ammo. So if you buy your ship before score starts, your ship will start fully stocked with food, fuel, and ammo. If you buy your ship after score starts, you'll have to make that initial investment of food, fuel, and ammo to get started in the game. So it probably won't be that
Good
much of
point.
a
Yeah, exactly. It's
That's
almost like a
interesting.
little airdrop.
Okay, I see what you mean. It's like an air, yeah. Because right,
It was
right
the
now we
same.
don't have the fuel, food, and ammo in our wallets yet. Like we just have the
Yeah,
ship.
and it was the
So
same thing
maybe
with licenses too. They're going to do a
maybe the
snapshot.
so everybody that has ships right now will have a license.
Yeah, so in other words, if you bought a ship that has three or more, you would get a captain's license airdrop to you when they do the snapshot. Whereas if you bought it post snapshot, you don't get that captain's license if you had a crew of four or more, or three or more, whatever it is that decides that. You get a pilot license. For anything over two, you need a pilot license, and then anything over three or four, I believe you need a captain's license. So.
And those captains' licenses before they took it off, they were selling
Yeah,
for
don't
a
go by
lot of.
that. Don't go by that. That was
Okay.
secondary. That was secondary. People were buying them. That's why they did the whole crew thing and the extra crew members. Yeah, people were selling those licenses like they were like some huge hot commodity, and they're not. And they're supposed to be meant to be cheap. The same thing with the mining platforms, and those were supposed to have a total value of a space station, a mining rig, a power plant, and a claim was supposed to have a value of like $64, and now they're saying it's about $100 and something for all of it. And so that's what they airdropped us for tier 0 rewards during the posters. So there's a lot of stuff on the secondary that's floating around that's way overpriced, and then they lock those things down. So
So
yeah, be careful
so
with
did my
those.
friend. So did my friend waste it? Or not waste his money, but did my friend overpay when he bought Sammy for $400?
No. Sammy is one of those rewards that came as a crew member due to licensing being overpaid. So what they did was, I mean, there were people just bitching like left and right that they paid hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars for these licenses, and that's what they did to summarize, to fix the problem
Uh,
of that oversell. And then that's why the captain's license got you the female, and then the other license that I believe that it was that got sold, somebody can correct me on this, gave you Sammy, or whatever the names are. There's a male and a female figure. The female figure was for the higher license, and the male was for the lower license that they locked up.
Okay, that's good to know. Like, cause I wasn't sure. Like, oh man, I want to buy a Sammy. I want to buy a Tegu. I'm still want to buy a Tegu, but Sammy
I
I
do
might
too, but
skip out on for now.
$400 for a cat that has a little bit of buffs here and there. I mean, I ain't paying that. Surely they're going to release it for like $100 or something. I mean, they've got to.
Or maybe there'll be different pets later on in the future instead of a cat. I'm a dog. I'm a dog person.
I am too, and I got
Oh
the
yeah,
sticker
there's going to
saying
be a
the same.
lot of pets in the future. I mean, that's going to be its whole thing too. Is literally running a whole zoo, and the same thing you had with CryptoKitties and all these other cryptos where you can breed them. Right, that's going to be going on in Star Atlas as well. There's going to be a lot more Tigus. There's going to be a lot more. Um, there's going to be a lot more animals, and people are going to have breeding farms. You know, and that's going to be its own thing. How we were talking about races earlier, and you can make money there with being a mechanic, with being a bookie, with being a racer, and then you're going to have people that are, you know, maybe performing concerts, and you're charging people for admission, and then you've got people that are running zoos. You got Tiger Kings, you got Tigu Kings. You know what I mean?
That'd be funny. Yeah, so I was actually thinking, like, I was looking at when I realized, like, oh, there's only a cat in Star Atlas. I took a look at Wagner's profile pic. I'm like, no, you know, I think Wagner does look like a cat person, actually. So maybe we can all take a bet. There's
He is. He
Michael
has
Wagner.
cats in his. Yeah, he has cats in his interviews, walking around behind him. Yeah,
Oh,
he's definitely a cat
I've
person.
never seen his cats in
Yeah,
any of his videos.
he's
Oh
got that
man.
damn cat walking around behind him in an interview, and you can hear it like making noises and stuff on some of the interviews. It's hilarious.
Okay, so that's why there's T-Goose first. Okay, all right. But actually, I'm writing a short story for a Amana group, and it involves T-Goose a lot. So that's why I was like wondering, like, when is there gonna be other pets? I'm a dog person.
Speaking of lores, if you're a lore person, dude, I'm gonna tag my how the Moon Man came to be. Not to shill myself, but I would love for you to read it, Daryl. Definitely give me some feedback on it. It's cool.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, my first passion out of high school, I wanted to go to film school, but then I ended up joining the military because I was like, I need to finance film school, and so then I got into the medical field in the military, and then film school thing kind of just like dropped out of the option table, I guess. And so, but when I was in the university, I was taking theater. I wrote the play for my final exam for my group, and so like I'm into writing stories and something that I need to practice more because I've been like out of touch with it because I guess I've just been focused on
right.
I don't want to say focus on reality because it's what we make it, right? And so I want my reality to go back to what I originally wanted it to be. So I'll definitely take a look at your stories.
Yeah, we definitely we got something coming with Final Frontier in the future. We're definitely going to be looking for some writers and some lore writers and some
So
storytellers. So
you
yeah.
might my story is like what's funny is that like the story that I'm writing it's Star Atlas, but like the way it's being portrayed or modeled is that this is like 200 years in the future. Star Atlas became a reality, and everybody that had ships in Star Atlas got free spaceships in real life, and so it's kind of like operating in the future. And it turns out, I guess Michael Wagner on a shroom trip like was talking to some aliens that incepted the idea of Star Atlas into his brain to prepare us for them to come. And so it's just like that's the direction I'm going with the lore. So that way later on when the game comes out, it could actually be something that we can film. So it'd be like 200 years later after our Star Atlas. And so yeah, and
I
then
like
all
that
the
a
new
lot.
yeah, and so like in my lore, the Tegu is a large cat. But I saw the picture that they released. I saw the Tegu cat is a lot smaller. I was like, okay,
So
well
we're
maybe
almost
they can
dealing with
come in.
like a Clifford in your lore, yeah.
Yeah, I mean a large cat. I guess it would be more like a medium dog size, like a bobcat.
Panther or something,
And something a little bit more cool than a house cat. And so yeah, and just because I'm excited about my story, like I'll just give you guys a couple.
You
I
can read a
guess
bit from it if you want to.
sneak
Yeah, feel
peeks.
free, please.
Well, I'm not ready. I'm not there yet to read it.
Okay.
Because I gotta change. I put characters' names, but they're temporary names until I can actually have a better character name for them. But basically, like this is a story about Tegu breeding. I have Sphinx Tegus, and then somehow, some way, they gave birth to a blue Tegu. And so now the journey for the Avatar is he needs to bring the Tegu back to the home planet to breathe the atmosphere so he can become a Sphinx Tegu. And so now he needs to like make money to journey to whatever home planet the Tegus are from. So that way, because they're like gas cats, right? And so like, let's make this atmosphere related. So maybe depending on what planet they're born on, they'll take on a certain color. So like that's the direction I was going with my lore. So
I like it a lot. I like that.
As much as I wanted to keep it to myself, I feel the urge to share.
No, please do. Is anybody really got anything more to talk about? I don't want to
I
end
gotta
this
bounce,
because
guys. I gotta bounce.
this has been a good time, but I think this is it's been a nice little after party. I appreciate
nice
you
meeting
guys coming up on stage, dude. Thank you guys, Jeff, as always.
Yeah.
Lux, Daryl, it's good meeting you.
Good to meet you guys too. And to touch back on the bear market talk we were talking about earlier, like I actually I agree with Jeff. Like we're not bear market proof, but my gamble is that once we do enter a bear market, these big whales, they're going to take profits. And my idea is that they're going to roll these profits over into good projects like Star Atlas. So few projects will probably tank big time, or a lot of projects will tank big time. But I feel like we're in a project that once people take profits from the crypto markets, they're going to roll those profits over into good games like Star Atlas, Illuvium, Axie Infinity, and so
I do really
I'm not
think
saying
so
we're bear
because
market proof.
these are assets that are actually that have utility behind them, and there's use case behind them, so it's a place to put them. Agreed.
Yeah, they're going to want to park that profit somewhere. So I'm thinking of Star Atlas will get a lot of profits parked in their parking lot. So
I really think so. Yeah, no, that's a good point. Let's definitely bring it up the next time we do a Spaces, and we'll get that going. It'll be a good topic.
Sorry, I wanted to mention it earlier, but my mind went blank. All right, guys. Peace.
Thank you
Great
so
to
much,
meet you
Sarah.
all. I
Thank you,
followed as
loves.
many people as I can on the space. So, you know,
Definitely.
peace out. See you guys next time.
And to everybody out there in the audience, really appreciate you guys listening. Really appreciate you guys always taking the time out of your day to listen to these, to listen to these spaces that I put on and some of my friends here in the community put on from time to time. So thank you so much, and we'll just continue to keep doing this. If you guys ever want to talk in the future, please put your hands up to raise. I will be putting this out on YouTube probably tomorrow, and you guys can all share it and do what you want with it. So thank you guys so much. Have a great night, and let's kick ass this week.